Vegeta, what does the scouter say about their subscriber count?
It's 9,010.
Wait, so you mean
Yes, Nappa. It's over.
it's over?
It's over 8,000!
What eight? Wait, what?
There is a story so strange in its implications that it defies ordinary classification.
I don't care if you've been respecting Regina King all night. If you up, smash that like button. Welcome to Black and the Black Times Infinity. I'm your host, Cthulhu's Predator, coming to you live and direct from the stack. Smoke me out, fam, with that dank shit on my left. The oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
I'll be trolling the Oathbreaker just as much as Zuck be banning him.
God damn. On my far right, engineering on the ones and twos, Chuck people out on the threes and fours, Chronos.
Was America ready for Watchmen?
Oh, we're going to get into it. Blue is in the wind. Stitch is in the wind. We got a 3-man crew ready to deliver the dankness tonight, though.
Just like on Apex and shit.
Oh, shit. There we
Throwing
go.
it down.
Yeah, it's gonna be another good episode.
Absolutely.
As always.
As motherfucking always. Chat's still opening up and all that good stuff,
Yep.
but who we got as a listener?
Listener of the week would be Carla Medellin.
A lady.
There we go. Yeah, there we
Very
go,
nice.
ladies.
Wonder if she had something to say. Especially about the Oathbreaker here.
God damn. I ain't do shit. All right.
I always have some kind of cold take bullshit.
I got hot ones.
No.
What you got? Do you have any bullshit ass D-list celebrities?
D-list? You talking
I'm
about,
sorry, Z. Go ahead.
Wow, Diane Carroll's a D-lister. Okay.
All right, go ahead.
Nah.
Well, we did her last week.
Yeah, but you trying to say D-listers as
This
if some of
motherfucker.
these folks ain't legends.
You got any on your
Cold
list?
takes once again.
This motherfucker. You got any on your
No,
list?
no, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
No.
We could have started with that then. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. The biggest topic, well, in the fucking world right now, as Kronos kind of alluded to in his intro, Watchmen we need to go deep into.
Ooh,
We need to talk about this.
it was not what I expected, especially in the first 10 fucking minutes. I was like, whoa. And the fact that it was like, that shit actually happened. Listen, if you have not watched The Watchmen on HBO, the series, not the movie, just stop the podcast right now. Go fucking watch and then come back and listen to it.
It's only one episode.
Yeah, because we're gonna spoil some shit.
So far, it's been one.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
far only one, but we're gonna spoil some shit in the episode because this shit was historically significant, y'all. And I don't think anybody besides the writers and the actors that are in it, like, knew that was gonna happen. Nobody was talking about that shit. Like, what was gonna happen in the first 10 minutes?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I knew about Regina King being in it and like basically what the gist of it was gonna be, but I didn't know they were gonna link all this to a real event.
Yep.
And it had to do with Black Wall Street and Tulsa race basically riots.
Yep.
Because there was a massacre that happened in Tulsa, and it happened to do with affluent African Americans that were making a lot of money in the town at the time.
Yep.
And some racist ass Caucasians decided to come through and just fucking start massacring people.
With a plane and bombing.
Yeah, fucking bomb the town. And that's how this show starts. And I was sitting there watching it. You know, K-Max watched it, and she was like, this is hard to watch. Like, she was like, turning her head, and I was like, you know this actually happened, right?
Yeah.
And she was like, what? I was like, yeah, this is like a real thing. This really happened.
What was really sad and disappointing, though, is I'm fine with people not being aware of that, but what I didn't like is people didn't seem to have any frustration with basically the educational system of just completely omitting this. Let's just be perfectly clear. It was omitted from a lot of regular education of events that happened in America in the 20th century.
Unless you went to HSBCU.
Yeah, this wasn't. But this wasn't an educational system like decision. This was based on the town of Tulsa trying to scrub what happened for the rest of the Union. So they made an effort to not report this, to not because they didn't want the feds involved.
I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit in a lot of ways because
Go ahead.
only because there are books
Yes.
about this event. It's not something that is completely secret, and this is the first time anybody's heard of. There are books about it,
I'm
and
not-
the textbook history books could have had an excerpt about it, and in regular high schools.
I'm not saying that this was not documented, but I'm saying this was at the time, this was quelled for sure.
Sure, but I'm talking about 50, 60 years later in terms of as a part of American history. The vast majority had not heard of this event.
Yeah, but they're also trying to scrub writing in cursive as well. So that's not. I'm not surprised about that either.
We're talking about a historical event that most people hadn't heard about, and I'm saying that's quite clearly a failure of just regular history classes, right? I mean, if you've never heard of an event that was the biggest on record as the biggest massacre, race-related massacre on American soil, that's significant enough to warrant something in a regular U.S. history book.
What do they normally say when they teach history to young African Americans?
I'm talking about Americans, period.
I know, but usually what do they say about history? They say it's his story. This is something that they didn't want a lot of people knowing about. This is something that you would see like a little like square, like maybe a paragraph or two mentioning this without details. Like this is something that they didn't want getting out and people coming in and looking into until recently.
No, it wasn't just Tulsa though. It was the entire like educational system and government decided to just let's not talk about this anymore. So it wasn't just Tulsa that was doing it. It was the entire. This is something that should have been talked about. There's plenty of other things that could have been talked about as well. But when they talk about the things that have been wrong with African Americans, it's usually just you hear about obviously slavery. Then you hear about the civil rights movement. But there's a lot of fucking shit that happened in between those two things that they just kind of totally fucking ignore for the most. Like before, I think it was like the 1960s. There was like a lot of affluent African American people. After that, though, there's like a lot of factors. But after that is when we started kind of running on hard times. Like there was a time where we were actually coming up as a people, and then for some reason after a certain date, as a whole, we kind of started going on the backslide. But in that time, we were actually getting a lot of stuff done for ourselves and for others. We got knocked the fuck down by some people. We had our own fucking towns. Actually, right here in Hayward, we had a place called Russell City, which is that's it's a, I guess you can sort of call it a district now. Yeah. But that's where I used to live right there. But that's like totally covered up too. Like unless you look at it like a Google map and you can see Russell City, like nobody knows what the fuck Russell City is. Nope. You know what I mean? That's never talked about, even in local history.
Yeah, it is frustrating. Again, you should be frustrated. I don't care. There are plenty of black people who hadn't heard of this too. So, but no matter who you are, if you're an American citizen and you grew up with going through junior high and high school, the fact that this is your first time hearing about this event is a goddamn shame on the educational system, especially when it comes to teaching American history. I don't care what anybody says. That's just plain ass facts or whatever. But this was, I guess, the thing that was really powerful for me in the opening was it starts off with an actual silent movie, and you see a little black boy, and we don't know it's his mom, but a black woman playing the piano kind of as like the soundtrack to a silent movie. And then it gets into, you hear the sirens and the gunshots, and basically the small scale war is on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just that shit was just crazy, man. I don't know. Somebody brought up Best Damn Network is in the chat room.
What's up?
Thanks for watching. And so is Cholula's Comics. What's going on, fam?
What's up?
Best Damn Network was asking like, how's this gonna fit in the overall Watchmen universe? And so in the Watchmen, so I'm actually curious as well because the original Watchmen was based in like the 80s, right? Yes. And this Watchmen is based in like today in alternative history, right? So it's 29. Even the first Watchmen, the graphic novel, it was an alternative history where Nixon became a third-term president. Yep. And there was third nuclear war. So it's alternative history there. And now it's the same universe, but it's just later. Yeah. And
30 years later.
Yeah, but I'm really curious as to why. Like Rorschach, I always say his name weird, but I'm curious as to why he's a symbol of this white nationalism. Like, I don't want to say white nationalism because that's kind of a weird thing to say. Because it's basically just like some racist ass group. What they call the name?
They call them white supremacists.
Yeah. No.
But it's called
they're the sons of Sons of Somebody.
I can't remember.
Shit, we'll have to look that
Whatever.
up.
Can you look it up?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
like
got
but it is a terrorist group.
Yeah, basically it's a Caucasian terrorist group here in America, and I'm curious as to why his mask is used as their symbol. It's kind of weird because in the Watchmen, graphic novel in the movie, he's not some racist ass dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we don't. He certainly doesn't come across. And I read the novel like 5 or 6 years ago, and I enjoyed it. I don't remember that either per se, but some kind of way they are going to try to connect it. The other thing that's really glaring in the Watchmen lore from the graphic novel and whatnot, I don't remember Tulsa or Oklahoma being a part of it at all.
No, it wasn't.
So
it was in almost for New York or somewhere else.
Yeah. It feels like
it is in New York.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I mean, the original Watchmen is in New York, which was at the time like new and different because everything was either Metropolis, Gotham, Central City, or some planet.
Well, one clarification though. So this was under Vertigo.
At the time,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe,
now.
and then
now
re-released as DC.
Yeah, owns it. So
It's a great comic, by the way. Definitely read it.
absolutely, Alan Moore put his heart and soul into this one.
Yeah, and actually, so me and
Dave Gibbons.
Kamek were watching it, the movie, like 2 days ago.
Yeah,
And it's actually a pretty decent movie. I like the movie a lot, actually. The pacing of it, I liked it. And I was like, this is like one of Zack Snyder's like last hurrahs as far as like good movies go or decent movies go. And I was like, then I thought about it. I was like, the only time he really made good movies is when he was taking like page for page somebody else's work, like 300, Watchmen, and after that, it kind of just like,
So going
back.
back to the name of the group is called the 7th Cavalry.
That's it.
Or the 7th they're named after an actual regiment, the 7th Cavalry Regiment. So they spelled their name with a K instead of a C.
Okay, but going back to so for me, I think there's some revisionist history going on with this movie a lot, and some of it's based on this TV series. So yes, there is some very blatant negative reviews on the user side going on for the TV show, and I'm fine with that.
But the critics is
What-
high.
Yeah, the critics are high. The users, I think it was sitting at high 40s or something like that.
but the user ones I kind of have a problem with though.
Well,
because-
just let me get it out though. You can have whatever opinion you want on a TV show, and it was a pilot episode. We don't know where the fuck this series is going.
Yeah.
But what I don't like is people falsely saying that the movie in 2009 with Zack Snyder was a successful movie by any fucking stretch. This movie had a budget of 130 million. It made 185, and we all know 185 ain't shit on a budget like that. That's less than Green Lantern. That's a flop.
185 is like what I would expect like a R-rated horror film to get.
Yeah.
On like a $25 million budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's no way you can slice that to in any way praise this movie from a financial standpoint. Now, if you like it, Kronos liked it, a little bit more than I would.
I liked it.
I was like okay on it. I think it's like a 6.5, maybe a high 6, low 7. But I also will say this. I don't like the hindsight 2020 bullshit of because I feel some type of way about the TV series, I'm going to elevate the 2009 movie suddenly into my top 10 comic book movies.
Oh, no.
Fuck out of
No,
here.
no.
Wasn't nobody talking that shit before,
No.
and I've seen that in threads, and I think all of you are full of shit.
Yeah,
wow.
I agree with that. Yeah, no way it's in the top 10. I agree with you on that.
As
just
far as
thought-
comic book movies overall, no.
Yeah.
But there were people that I knew that loved the film, except for the end. The end, they felt like
Blue
it was,
dicks?
No, the end is because there's no squid, or it's not a squid, it's an octopus.
Well, did you watch
The
the Super
octopus-
Ultimate fucking Kamehameha edition? There's like one that's like 3.5 hours long.
Yeah.
No, I did not. I just watched the theatrical version, but still, I think for what Snyder did, he did almost panel for panel.
Sure.
Almost. A very, very faithful representation of the film. And they've been trying to make the film since the book came out. And they
Agreed.
said it was impossible to make. The budget was going to be too high.
And
you
it wa-
can
and
never-
it was.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was high, but I mean, for what Zack Snyder did with the film, I think he did the best we're ever going to see of that being made, unless you do it like they're doing now, TV series of the original graphic
Yeah,
novel.
no, you can't say that at all, man. Because they've made blockbuster fucking films that, first of all, they have high production value. Second of all, they got way better numbers as far as box office draw goes. They had better actors. They had better everything.
Yeah.
Wait, compared, you talking about the series compared to the film?
No, I'm saying the film compared to like any other fucking comic book, any other top tier comic book movie. Like you can't sit there and say that it couldn't be done and that they can't do it. They would do it better today than they did then.
They were saying it back then, and that's what I'm pointing out. Back then, they were saying that, and when this movie came out in like the 2010?
09.
Yeah, so 10 years ago. But of course, advancements in technology and whatnot.
10
But back
years ago, we had Iron Man.
Yeah,
But I'm talking about in the 80s.
And 2 of the 3 Nolan movies.
I'm talking about in the 80s. They were trying to make this film happen.
Yeah,
back
but you
then,
were saying that it wouldn't be able to be made, and then they made it, but it just wasn't. There were movies that were out at the time that were better than Watchmen.
Yeah.
That were comic book movies.
Yeah. There's no fucking doubt about it. That's my thing. Like, again, you can feel... You don't have to like this pilot. You don't have to like... You could love Watchmen. That could be your favorite fucking movie. But I don't like the revisionist bullshit of all of a sudden this new series drops and then some of y'all coming out of the woodwork of, oh, Watchmen was my favorite movie of all time. Yum, 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 yum. The fuck out of here.
I mean, it could have been for them.
The overwhelming majority did not think so. I didn't see Watchmen on anybody's top 10 list at all. And you know comic book top 10 lists come out every fucking week all the time with people just making that bullshit up on online. And
Every
whatnot.
week, every day, every fucking 6
exactly.
hours.
It
What
was
are you talking
nowhere
about?
to be seen. And then suddenly, again, I'm going to put it even clearer. From Warner Brothers' perspective, the movie killed the franchise in a lot of ways because it lost so much goddamn money. It wasn't successful. You know, they weren't doing shit with it. They weren't doing shit in the expanded universe or whatever like that. The one movie didn't work, just like we talked about King Kong, just like we talked about Godzilla and the Monsterverse and all that. The first movie in the Watchmen world flopped. And that was the end of it.
But now we're getting a show.
And now we have a show.
And so far, the show was vastly better than the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
think that's
hands
hands
fucking down. That's
There's
what
no
I'm saying.
There's no arguing that.
You know?
I mean, there's other series that have had movies that, or not series, I'm sorry. There's other content that's based off a book. The movie flopped, and we never heard from it again.
Jonah Hex.
Very common.
Jonah Hex is one. The Spiderwick Chronicles are another. However, there's other ones where they had movies, and yet they're still doing stuff like apparently Watchmen now, and then we have the Golden Compass.
Yeah.
Because that was a film. They didn't make the sequels because the first movie did the same. It barely made its money back, but yet now we're getting it this literally in 3 weeks. A new Golden Compass as a TV series.
I'll say this. Look, a lot of people, I think, no, actually Stitch came on afterwards. A lot of people didn't fuck with the Walking Dead comic. And then the show dropped and it changed fucking everything. And then it became one of the highest sellers per image and even just highest sellers overall. So a show or a movie can give a lot of shine to a comic. Way more people see the movies and watch the TV shows than ever read the comic. I get that. The comic was excellent. This movie didn't do shit from Warner Brothers' perspective financially.
No. All right, so let's get back to the actual TV show.
Yeah.
So besides the very beginning, actually, let's talk about the reviews.
Yeah.
All right, because that's kind of important too before we actually talk about the show. We talked about the beginning, but we'll talk about the rest of it in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
So the reviews are very interesting because this is one of those things to where usually, there's something wrong when you have a disparity between the critics and the viewers. On either end, when one is vastly higher than the other, something is fucking wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So in this instance, we have it's like a 50-point disparity in the actual like ratings, so like how they rate it. So like it's 94% favorable on Rotten Tomatoes with the critics, but I think it was like last time it was like 44% on the users. And when I was reading the comments, and it was like some serious like the anti-SJW folks, and I consider myself sort of one of them. Like I don't like SJW shit. They're just shit all over this thing.
Yep.
They're saying that this is trying to get them to make white people bad, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, I'm not buying that shit. I'm like, first of all, this is based on something that was real. All right. Second of all, if you look at any terrorist group in any sort of movie, it's almost always a fucking brown person.
Yeah.
Almost always. So get the fuck out of here about that shit. Oh, they're making white people look bad. All right, first of all, it's fucking fictional, but it's based on real events.
Mm-hmm.
All right, the beginning is based on real shit that people really did do. I'm not going to say white people today are bad because of that, because obviously it was back then. I don't hold them accountable for some shit that people that they had nothing to do with did fucking 50 plus years ago.
No.
You know, so I don't buy into that shit at all. But for people to sit there and say, you know, oh, this is just so anti-white, blah blah blah. It's not fucking anti-white.
Dude, let me piggyback on that. I couldn't agree more. But also, Don Johnson brings it. He's singing. He's lovable. You care about him. I forgot how much I like seeing Don Johnson. You know what I mean?
Don Johnson should have been. He should have been in Star Wars. He
Yeah.
should be Dash Rendar.
Yeah,
Just putting it out there.
But then the other one, the guy who does the interrogation.
Yeah.
You know, I thought he did a great, masterful job when he's putting on the mask and everything.
mask
That
dope.
shit was that
Everything with the mask. We
weird.
can really go deep on just the masks in this alternate world too. I mean,
yeah, because they signify stuff from the original comic about because in the '85 comic, vigilantism was outlawed basically because they were saying basically people that they were saving were like suing the heroes. They were getting hurt or whatnot, even though they were still alive and whatnot. They become outlawed, and then now in this series they're like working with the cops.
well, the cops have the masks on.
Also, they
based
do,
on
but-
something from it sounds like 3 years ago that went down with Regina King.
Yeah, something
yeah.
went down, but I mean the cops are wearing masks, but they're still. They had like Homeboy in red. They had Kanye in his panda suit. Yeah, they had all kind of crazy shit, and I'm like, this is the police meeting about them watching a white supremacist group issuing them a warning, and in the crowd there's cops as well as vigilantes.
Well, they also had to declare an article of like war, basically.
Oh.
and being
it
able
wasn't
to
war.
get their.
It's
or
being
what was-
able. So
What was it called? What
we
was it
gotta
called?
rewind a little bit. It's
Yeah.
Article 4.
There we go.
But we gotta rewind a little bit because after like the first scene that we have of like the massacre,
Mhm.
it fast forwards in today. You know, it's 2014. It's like some Caucasian dude's driving his truck and he gets pulled over by a black police officer, and he's fucking nervous, kind of like right away. And it's just like, oh, this is like fucking interesting. It's like total like role reversal.
And he has a yellow mask.
And he has a yellow mask on. It's like it's covering up like basically his nose down.
Yeah.
Right. And he's asking the guy for his registration and all that stuff. And he asks for his registration. And then the guy has to, when he goes into his glove box, he has to move over something in his glove box. And he says that basically all he's transporting is lettuce. And so he's like, all right. So he goes back to his car and he's like, he's nervous. He's trying to get them to remotely unlock his firearm from his vehicle. Because in this universe, like you have to be authorized to actually even pull your gun.
Yeah.
And so he's saying that he saw like a mask, a Rorschach mask for the 7th Cavalry in his glove box, and he needs his gun. And so he's trying to get his gun, and he can't. The first time he tries to get it, he can't get it out. Then he finally gets it out, and he's gonna go up and confront the guy, and he gets blasted.
Yep.
All up in the chest.
Dude, I thought he was dead right there.
Yeah, I thought he was dead too. And the guy he has his mask on, the Rorschach mask. And then the guy tosses a fucking head of lettuce at him. And I'm like, this guy's fucking dead with some produce on him. I was like, that's fucked up, man.
Yeah. But I mean, this was a powerful scene in terms of, this is a cop getting shot up, just doing his job, obviously. And it just kind of sets the tone of the show that, yeah, we're going to see some violence. And there's a long-standing conflict that's been going on in this town.
Actually, that doesn't set the tone. The massacre set the tone because there's violence.
I'm sorry, the
there.
modern day tone. The
Okay.
modern day tone.
I mean, because we see violence
Yeah, you're right.
very
You're
very
right.
much so. And but yeah, it was interesting to me about the role reversal. The whole thing about the handgun was interesting to me because it's in the center console in this like little holster that has to be remotely unlocked. And like, not only did it have to be remotely unlocked, you had to go through your superior, who the cop obviously had some kind of like issue with, because he's like, "Can you just do this?"
Panda.
Yeah, and like,
Oh, yeah.
and he's asking him like control questions. Do you feel threatened? Are you like, do you believe this person is a threat? Do you,
Or what level?
yeah, what level of threat do you feel? Like, do you feel like your life is in danger? And there's three questions that you got to get cleared for them to issue you your weapon. And so once he gets cleared, it doesn't work like Cronus was saying. And then when he finally gets it, it's already too late. The guy like put his mask on, got his weapon, shot him up. And then that's like the catalyst for everything else that happens in the rest of the episode.
So we're gonna fast forward to what we were just talking about when they had to do the Article 4 thing, and so they had free reign of using their firearms, so
Yeah.
they could basically carry again for the I guess a short amount of time. So to find out where these 7th Cavalry guys are and try and get some.
You know that reminds
It also kind of reminded me of just like the changing of laws after even 9/11 in terms of things changed from a security standpoint.
Well,
you
I mean,
know?
that's honestly that part is kind of where they're trying to go. Some cities are trying to go now.
Yeah.
They're trying to get people to be like, hey, you can't use your firearm at all, and if you do, even if you pull it, you have to do all this fucking paperwork.
Wow.
And some of them are talking about not even having police officers even have firearms, and I'm just like, that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like you need to have some sort of way to put an end to something. You
And
know?
there are citizens that will
That-
have those.
yeah.
They keep that thing on them.
Yeah,
as
and if
say.
they don't, I mean, you can still get fucked up.
Yes,
you
you
know what I
could.
mean? Like
Yes,
hand to
you
hand, I can fucking kill somebody easily with my
Yeah.
hands.
You
So
don't- nobody wants any of those problems. But yeah, I found the whole dialogue about Article 4 in the police station absolutely fascinating because, for the most part, everybody but Don Johnson has that mask on them.
Yeah, which is weird to me because he's the chief of police. Maybe it's because of.
But amongst your fellow officers, that's what I found intriguing. You know what I mean? Like,
Does he go on TV or no? I'm trying to think. Is he the face of the department? That's why he can't wear his mask, or no?
I don't know if they clarify. I need to rewatch it. 'Cause
Yeah,
I
I don't
didn't.
know
I
if
didn't
they
have
did
that
either.
cleared up for me. But it does tell me that even amongst just a boardroom meeting with your fellow officers, you still have to protect your identity.
Oh, the
for the
rest
most
of
part,
yeah,
yeah.
for everyone else, yes.
Now, Don Johnson and the guy who did the and later on the interrogation, which I fucking loved. That
Yeah.
scene was remarkable. I don't know that actor's name, but he was in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
He's in a lot
and
of
some
stuff.
other stuff.
well, I think it's only the Don Johnson guy, that basically chief of police, and then like the kind of like sort of vigilante guys
Okay.
that are like they're police
He-
officers.
Is
but
he
they're
one of
not.
them, the interrogating guy?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then
Ooh.
Regina King.
And Regina King, and there's a couple other ones too. There's like the Russian guy.
Oh yeah, with
Yeah,
the
the
red.
guy in
The
red, yeah.
There's a couple other ones too.
So, remember in the comics, the U.S. and the Soviet Union joined forces to battle what they believe is an alien attack, which was Adrian Veidt's.
Yeah, that's right.
That was his overall like goal. So now we're working. We have Russian like vigilantes. The Best Damn Network. They're talking about. They don't think that they're vigilantes per se, but maybe spec op units, which is very possible. We don't know.
Real quickly though, just to jump in here. Fuck every single one of you claiming that the original graphic novel wasn't political. Get the entire
whoa.
fuck out.
Yeah.
I've seen that
Who's-
bullshit
who's-
so many goddamn times.
Whomst did it?
All
Whomst did
these
it?
fucking idiots.
Dude,
Go
don't-
read the comic, and it's all about Cold War 80s politics.
Yeah.
Lots to
Russia
do with
versus
Nixon.
U.S. and Nixon. It's an entirely political comedy.
It's
Even
extreme.
the movie was.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you.
The whole thing about Veidt's, even though Veidt wanted world peace, he used like a fake attack
Yeah.
to try to quell political tension.
Get your politics out of my Watchmen. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of
no,
here.
I mean-
read Watchmen, goddammit.
And what people also forget, like they used the Vietnam War,
Yes.
which is very, very political, which had the protests on the American soil
Yeah.
where they're shooting up Kent State,
Yeah.
which was
And that's
protesting
in
the war.
that's it.
That's in the beginning.
Yeah,
That's in the
yeah,
beginning of
I
the
was
film.
about to say.
That's literally the first 30 seconds of the film.
Yeah.
Like I think when the last credit, there's someone who puts a flower inside a
Yeah,
chamber,
blow 'em
and
away.
then they get blown away. And so, the fact that the Vietnam is a U.S. state, I was like, oh shit.
Oh
that's
yeah, because that's
right.
where Regina King is
Yeah,
from.
that's where she's from. She grew up in Vietnam. She
Yeah.
had a bakery there, moved back to the States. And they're like, oh, you were there before it got its statehood.
I mean, they literally had like the group in the the graphic novels like putting down dissenters, like riots.
Yeah,
Mhm.
They
the
put 'em
comedian
down.
did some
yeah,
of that,
the
right?
comedian did. Yeah, well, they were supposed to, but he just got violent with it.
Yeah.
he started blasting people. But
He
it's
did.
just like you
Cut
don't
him.
think that's political at all?
I mean, come on.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Here's the thing. Yes, some of you didn't know about the Tulsa massacre, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Go read about it. It's a historical event. Watch the show, evaluate the show for what it is, and you don't have to like it. But
Yeah.
don't make up bullshit. That's my thing. It drives me fucking nuts. People making up bullshit online on it. So anyway, sorry.
So going back to this identity, so something that what we see in media a lot, and even in real life with Michael Orr, is white.
Calling that boy a whore?
You are a whore.
Damn.
Where like, us at Michael Orr's family, it was a white family that had basically adopted him.
Oh, okay.
And what we see here is a black family, which looks like they may have adopted some white children.
A couple of them, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
at least
what-
a
yeah.
couple of. So
Yeah.
that's
Like
another.
3, right?
Yeah, they do have 3. Because one of them looks mixed race, and the other 2 are clearly white.
Yeah.
And it just we don't really see that. I don't watch This Is Us, so I don't know if maybe that happens on that show. Kind of looks like to me maybe that happened, but I'm not sure. But this is the
I don't
first
think
time.
any of us watch that show.
Yeah.
right?
So
Or do
well,
you?
no, Cronus has seen it.
No, I mean I've seen it, but I don't fucking watch it.
Okay.
I see it as in like I'm sitting there on my phone and my girlfriend's crying. That's how I seen it.
So I mean that's something you don't really see all that out
And
there.
no,
I mean,
it was a white family that they adopted one African American child because their kid there was twins and one of them died, and so something happened with that guy's mom on the same day. And they were in the same- so they adopted the kid.
Gotcha. I agree. I think it's pretty rare, and it took me a second. I was like, okay, whose kids are those?
Yeah.
You know, but
Isn't that weird though? Because
I know.
because we adopted, right?
I know.
And so my girlfriend's Caucasian, and my daughter's like she's black. She's probably blacker than I am.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like for her, like going out, sometimes she gets looks. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? Like,
And it's
a
not
baby.
right.
Yeah, it's not right.
It's not
Yeah.
right. But I'm just being very honest.
Yeah,
like my
yeah.
initial thing was, whose kids are those?
Yeah,
And then when they called him daddy and mom, I was like, oh, okay, I guess they adopted. But they do it kind of in a subtle way,
Well-
in terms of the show, and then obviously you follow along.
Right. So this is why I like the show. All right. This is why, because me, I hate diversity for diversity's sake. They just did it and then just did it and let you figure it out.
Yep.
That's kind of like another reason why I kind of like the beginning. Even though at the beginning I kind of wish they put in there this is based on true events. That'd have been nice.
Yeah.
But for people to actually have to like do their research and to see did this really happen, or to have their friends that knew about it tell them, it's kind of cool. But I like that kind of like era of this is the way that this universe is.
Yeah.
And you figure that shit out on your own. Like they don't try to say we have some diverse cast. Like they didn't say, when Regina King got cast, they didn't like make a highlight that, hey, we're so diverse now.
Yeah, yeah.
They just did it. She's the fucking hero.
Praise us. We have a
Yeah.
black female lead.
Yeah, you just do it and then make a good fucking show.
I mean, remember, before it's even been filmed, 007 kind of wanted praise and kudos
Yeah.
for what they did.
No.
We'll see if it's good.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
know what I mean?
When they do that, it makes me not want to see it because it's like
Yeah.
you're trying to appeal to me. You're trying to tell me how to feel about this before you even fucking filmed anything.
Yeah.
Like
And
you just making some character, whatever ethnic group or whatever fucking gender, whatever the fuck, and then making it important. Look, it's not important. They're just fucking humans.
Yeah.
It's not important to me.
I'm with you. Real quick, I know we're jumping around on the story. I could have fucking sworn that Louis Gossett Jr. had been announced as being dead.
I thought he was dead too.
I thought
was like,
that guy died in like 2012.
Yeah, no.
I swear to God, I was like, wait a minute, Iron Eagle, dude. You know,
Oh yeah.
man, still kicking. I'm happy
know,
for him. He's got to be in his
talking-
80s, right?
yeah, or even older, maybe.
Holy
I don't
fuck!
even know. He's still up there yelling at people.
I love him. I grew up with him yelling at people. My dad
Yeah,
used to
that's what
take
he
me
did.
to the Iron Eagle movies, and he was just like, this guy's a fucking badass.
So for you millennials who don't know Louis Gossett Jr., Louis Gossett Jr. was like the 80s version of Sam Jackson.
Yeah, that's a perfect way of describing him.
Even though Sam Jackson was in the 80s too.
Yeah,
Yeah, but back
wasn't-
then
he wasn't
he was
saying
doing
motherfucker so
80s.
much.
Back,
Yeah.
back then he was doing crackheads. He was like crack. He was the resident crackhead in fucking Coming
Jungle
to
Fever.
America,
He was
Jungle
what?
Fever. What was the other one? The one with him and Halle Berry. There were crackheads in that shit too.
That's Jungle Fever right there.
Was that Jungle
He
Fever?
was Robin McDowell's.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
Robin McDowell's in Coming to America. There's one more where he was a fucking crackhead.
Yeah,
and then, but back then, Louis Gossett was in like uniforms, yelling
Yup.
at people, and military, like at West Point, and fucking and in the air,
Yelling
and
at
shit.
Richard Gere.
Yeah, yelling at fighter pilots and shit,
Anyway, sorry.
attacking. He was fighting Jaws and shit.
Yeah. Shout out to him for not being dead.
I liked how what he said to Regina King came full circle at the end.
Yes.
Because like when I saw him, I was like, oh shit, I guess he can lift 200 pounds. I was like, damn. So I don't think that dude was a good guy. So I'm gonna say that right away. The chief of police, I'm gonna say he's probably with the 7th Cavalry.
Yeah, that's what
Ooh.
I got that kind of feeling about that.
He was doing coke
It felt so
I mean,
good.
in his chick's house. I was like, bruh,
I feel like
Just a little bump.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, yeah. He sometimes you dealing with them fucking kids, you might need a little bump.
No, you
Shit.
don't.
Shit.
Fuck them kids.
If you do some cocaine,
Yeah.
if you do cocaine around some kids, your day's gonna get a lot fucking worse. Like a lot worse.
So
I like his wife calling him out on. Yeah, you got a little happy
everybody
sauce on that nose.
everyone called him out. Regina's like, hey, like flicking her nose. He's like, oh shit, my bad.
Cocaine.
Yeah, you want some fucking cocaine?
Yeah, 'cause there was I don't know if you noticed, but there was a picture of him and I think his dad, and I'm pretty sure that picture has significance.
Yeah.
When he was getting dressed,
Yeah.
and he looked like one of those guys, like a 7th Cavalry dude.
He kind of
Okay.
did, but I mean,
Like probably knew
Louis
that guy,
Gossett.
Louis Gossett Jr.'s like probably knew him.
Ooh.
And, like,
maybe.
Might have been one of the guys that killed like the people that were on his character or something like that.
Possibly.
be
So
interesting.
you saw before they panned up and they showed what happened to the chief of police that he had the note, the little
Yeah.
boy from the beginning. It says, "Take care of this boy."
Yep.
And he has a note in his lap, and Gina's just like, "What the fuck is going on?" So, and it sucks that this is weekly, but I mean,
Oh.
Revelation. Light bulb moment.
No, so remember the Tulsa riots, they started because some guy said he got robbed or some shit? He was like 17 years old.
no, I thought it was
the fuck
because
did it start?
it started because a
fuck on.
shoe shiner who was an African American male, he was 19, rode the elevator with a 17-year-old white female. She was the bellhop. He was the shoe shiner.
That's
He was on his way
yeah.
to the bathroom in a white, like, only floor, but he got allowed to go to that floor because his business was the only one operating, and their
that
only
sounds
bathroom was on that hotel roof
Nah,
floor.
that sounds different now. Because there was like a thing of sexual assault or something like that.
Well, when they rode up, it was the only two of them. When he left the elevator, they heard her scream, and they saw him running out of the elevator. And so people assumed that he tried to touch her inappropriately. But no matter what she said, the rest of the white people there, they ran with the story that she was assaulted, which meant that she was raped in the time that they took the elevator up. And the people on Black Wall Street, they harbored the young boy who was 19. They said that, like, even people that were white were saying that's not in him, saying that he would never do that. He was just trying to go to the bathroom.
Okay, so I'm on history.com.
Okay.
I'm saying that, Dick Rowland was the guy's name, and he entered an elevator on the Drexel building, an office building in South Main Street. At some point after that, the young white elevator operator, Sarah Page, screamed, and Rowland fled the scene. Police were called the next morning, and then they arrested Rowland.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know about the rest of that stuff. I don't know, but
Well,
I mean, that's how it started.
yeah. In any event, we haven't talked enough about Regina King.
yeah,
Damn it.
yeah.
This
I mean-
she is the top billing lead of this show. I think there's no question about that.
That's properly said.
Yep. You know, yeah. I mean,
I hate that shit. Oh, it's top billing, or listen, she's the motherfucker you're going to watch.
yeah.
She's the main character.
She's the lead.
Yeah.
She is the fucking lead, and
And Black Manta,
yeah,
he,
and
didn't, he didn't say nothing.
Black Mana is her bottom hoe.
Ah.
That is her morning dick, and not much more. But she just rode up in the trailer park in Nixonville and was like, I smell white supremacy. I'm going to grab this motherfucker and put him in my goddamn trunk.
So she smelled bleach.
Yeah. I was like, holy and we don't know what's going on.
She was driving that Grand National, y'all. God damn, that's a nice car. I fucking love those kind of cars.
Well, sorry. Let's back up a little bit. So she goes into her bakery and
Her bakery.
yeah, Louis
Otherwise
Gossett.
known as my fucking gun hideout.
Yeah, I was like, suddenly she's John Wick. She got her whole fucking getup. She got the Matrix, Morpheus kind of leather full length.
No, she looks almost like a nun.
A little bit, yeah.
She
Well,
has a
she's
rosary.
they called her a nun. Someone calls her a nun.
Yeah.
I think it was the guy that she dragged in her car. He said, "All I know is I'm doing this." All of a sudden, a nun comes and grabs me.
Fucking whooped his ass.
Yeah.
Sure fucking did.
We quickly kind of moving a little forward. The interrogation scene. So we have like he's a detective, but he wears like a silver reflective mask, and the way they're
Full face.
full face, yeah, full head. His whole head's encased in this shit, and they're interrogating this guy, but it's non-invasive. It's just like they're throwing images at him to get him to try to crack, and he's like you can't see the detective's face, but the shadows mimic the Rorschach like splashes on his face, and he's reading that.
But and the images are very specific though. You see stuff like a burning cross or the Rorschach mask or American flag or baseball.
Sometimes it's just an ink blot.
Yeah, and they're flashing rapid fire in this like 360 degree kind of pod.
Yeah,
I thought it was an awesome fucking scene because it's super visual, and the whole time you can see his eyes kind of dilating and whatnot. I was like, oh, that's the tell right there.
Yeah, and it sure was because he's like, hey, the images that I needed a reaction from, he reacted to, so he knows something. I just don't know what. And then the nun, Regina King's character, is like, I can find out.
Sure did.
Yeah, let me do my interrogation.
She was like, can I open the motherfucker's ass real quick?
Yeah, she literally takes this dude into a room.
No, hold on. First of all, they're basically like, hey, we're gonna let you go. You're good to go. You know, you passed our test. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So he's walking out, and all of a sudden she snatches that motherfucker out and puts him in the room.
Yep. And then
God damn.
I don't remember hearing no questions being asked, but
questions.
All I heard was and then you see blood and shit coming through.
Blood and piss.
Yeah, we don't see what's going on behind the room. We just hear noises.
Well, she said, "Where is he?" a bunch of times.
Oh, I could. All I heard was just asking, "Whoop," and then like within. So to give you a comparison, the non-invasive interrogations is about maybe 2.5 minutes or so.
Yeah.
And then his ass getting whooped and blood coming out is like a good 30 seconds, maybe a minute,
That's a long time when you're getting fucked up, though.
Yeah, he was getting his ass. Well, she comes right out. Oh, they're at the farm. Let's go. Let's ride. And no one goes in to check on this dude. No one goes to see if he's alive or dead.
Fuck him. Shit.
They just leave him in that room. And she closed the door behind her, so we don't know as an audience what the fuck happened to this
also,
dude.
remember, she kidnapped him, broke in and kidnapped his ass.
While
before Don Johnson had that vote for the Article 4.
Yep.
Because she was just like, I know what's gonna fucking happen. One of our own got killed. I know. I'm just gonna skip.
Shot up. He's not dead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, but got shot up. I know what's gonna happen. Basically, is what Regina King's thought process was. Let me go fucking cut to the chase and get this motherfucker right out of Nixonville in his trailer park. Holy shit.
Yeah, and then like what happened next was like basically like in I guess the closest real life comparison is like an FBI raid on a white supremacist like compound, but there's people in vigilante suits and shit rolling up, and they're like pulling out batteries from watches.
So a quick theory. First of all, they are heavily funded.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. We need to take the time to appreciate how heavily funded they are. When they busted out, what type of gun was that, Kronos?
It's a 50 caliber machine gun. It's a Browning, and it costs $5 a bullet.
There you go.
And I'm not exaggerating. It probably costs more now. Last time I checked, it was $5 a bullet.
And they seem to have
many of them.
500 rounds or more.
Probably like over 1,000 rounds.
But then what else did they have, Kronos?
They had an airplane.
Yeah.
Goddamn. What else they have? That's some other crazy shit too.
So they're saying that they may be trying to build a bomb with the watches because they're using the lithium from the watches to. They literally had a bucket, and there were like 4 or 5 people just flipping batteries into this thing.
Well funded. But we see, I will say this too, not to switch around too much, Jeremy Irons is in this, and he's got a whole bunch of money.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But I don't even know if
that scene was fucking weird as shit.
Yeah, it's weird, yeah.
Was she jerking him off or not?
I thought
No,
she was sucking
she was-
his dick, but apparently she's getting a massage.
Yeah, it looked like a massage.
Anyway,
I thought she was sucking him
let's
off.
get back
too.
to what we were talking about then.
But yeah, I mean, they have. I think I could have sworn they had multiple planes, but I
No,
guess it was only
just
one.
It was just one. But
Yeah.
hold on. There was
Right.
so part of the show, which is the scene that we're talking about. This is the part where I kind of was like, they would all fucking died. Like, the scene where they figure out the Watchmen are coming for them, and they bust out the 50 cal in the back of that truck, and they start shooting the cows and shit. They all would have fucking died.
Yeah.
A fucking cow would not stop a 50 caliber bullet. And a 50 caliber round, it doesn't even have to fucking hit you to kill you. It can come kind of close to you, and you're probably gonna fucking die.
I thought the exact same thing. They didn't have anywhere close to the appropriate amount of cover.
Yeah, no.
Or you know, they would need literally like dug in trenches or something like that to get.
They were doing a good visual, like showing how it tears off chunks of shit.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like it wasn't hitting anybody except for the cows.
It would have been chunks of you.
Yeah. They went right through you, a cow, and a fucking couple feet of the ground.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, I don't know if I have it here. I have an actual 50 caliber like bottle opener, and the bullet is like legit like this long.
Yep.
Like it's fucking big. So,
For those of you who are listening via audio,
it's probably like 6 inches. It's
Yeah.
between like probably 4 and 6 inches. It's a fucking big bullet.
Yep, and they're going rapid fucking fire on this
Yeah.
goddamn shit.
Yeah, and they have to have someone reload that bitch.
Yeah, man. So
Yeah.
I love the scene, but you're absolutely right. Cows ain't fucking cover.
No, cows, especially with any bullet. First of all, wouldn't be handguns. You get let's talk about handgun. There's a lot of meat.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, but anyway, that's
Go
just
ahead.
it was still good though.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Because Kamek had to turn her head because it's like watching all that carnage.
Yeah.
All the fucking meat just flying and shit.
flying.
Yeah.
Dude, the cow turned into like,
Ground beef.
yeah, it was shredded. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
holy shit.
And Don Johnson got a owl fucking spaceship almost.
Yeah,
Like
it
the
was
one
like
from Watchmen.
Yeah, it was the one from Watchmen. Yeah.
So that was kind of cool to see. There's a lot of little Watchmen, like not Easter eggs, but like you're in that universe.
Yeah, and there was a potentially
Cues.
super hot fucking Middle Eastern chick that was flying the.
Oh, yeah, she was another
Oh, yeah.
vigilante.
Yeah.
Did she die or she
Nah.
She's
got-
alright. She's
Okay.
alright.
No, she came out. She was the first one out.
Yeah.
No, she wasn't. Don Johnson was.
Yeah, I
Oh,
feel
yeah.
like
She
that's
pulled
right.
her out.
Yeah.
Or he pulled her out.
Holy shit! I know we've been all over the place. This is how this show felt, though.
Yeah.
This episode.
Well, then we went to Jeremy Irons.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
Which is
Okay.
like super weird. He was like getting back from somewhere, and he's like wearing this nice suit. Obviously, this guy's got a bunch of money.
millionaire.
Yeah, so
maybe
he's like
billion.
he's on like a mansion compound, and then the next scene of him is him sitting down butt naked eating breakfast while he's typing some shit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like some chick's head comes up and looks at
Mm-hmm.
him and is like, "Oh, your thighs are all raw." Oh, he was riding a horse or some shit.
Yeah.
His thighs are raw from riding a horse. I thought she was sucking his dick, but apparently they were just giving him a thigh massage. And then apparently there was like some anniversary thing, and
That
then
was weird.
another guy butler came. I think they're both robots.
Could be.
It could
I'm
be.
pretty sure they're both
be.
robots.
Okay.
So, because like when he asked him to cut the cake and he gave him a horseshoe,
That was weird.
I was like, are they fucking robots? 'Cause-
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, shit. So, Jeremy Irons is Adrian Veidt.
That makes sense. But he's
I
an
have no
older
idea.
version.
Older
of, yeah.
version. I thought he was dead.
Yeah. That. Well, I mean, we'll see. You know, maybe it's some clone shit
Maybe.
because
Maybe.
he is on some next
I
level
wish he would
science.
not have spoiled that, but yeah, all right.
Is that listed like on IMDb or something?
Yeah, but also the guys from Best Damn Network there said he's Adrian V. Ozymandias.
Okay. God, this was a fucking powerful fucking pilot, man. I don't even know. Nobody knows where this is going, but if you're not at all curious, I'm looking at you real suspect, like
Yeah.
as a comic book fan. If you're not curious about where this is headed
Even just a
after
good
watching the pilot,
It's a good show, not just a comic book show. It's a good fucking show.
yeah.
You know, I put it up there with Westworld and fucking
The
Game
Boys.
of Thrones,
Yeah.
Boys.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better than the Boys. Only, I mean, the production value is better than
Sure.
the Boys.
Okay.
I mean, they got a fucking budget.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, yeah, they're HBO money.
Yeah, I mean, the Boys is fun.
Yeah.
This one's fun too, but it's like it's kind of like a serious drama element to it,
absolutely.
which kind of puts it on a different tier for me than the Boys. But I love the Boys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, once they casted Regina King, I'm like, oh, she goes for those stuff that like is hard hitting, in your face type
Like
storylines.
Boondocks, what are you talking about?
Well, no,
There were some episodes of Boondocks that were
Yeah.
hard hitting.
No,
Gangsta
she,
lynches.
yeah, no, she was in those like TV series where she plays like a Muslim woman and dealing with racism and shit. She won her an Oscar, so
What did she win her Oscar for? Was that for Jerry Maguire or something?
Boondocks?
no.
Should have been Boondocks, goddammit. She played two characters. It's fucking
She
amazing.
did.
she does.
Regina and Riley and
Huey.
Yeah.
She plays both of them.
You know, one of the things I was reading is on one of the user review comments with the 1 star was saying, I just refuse to believe that Regina King can whoop somebody's ass. Motherfucker, it's a goddamn
damn.
TV show based on a comic book. It's fictional fucking characters.
oh,
Kate,
okay.
Kate Beckinsale's whooped a whole lot of ass in
Yeah.
all of her movies.
You know, Wonder Woman can't really fly, right?
Yeah,
I mean, come
Ooh,
on, man.
Look, I believe that Uma Thurman was basically Bruce Lee
Yeah.
for 2
Oh,
goddamn
yeah.
movies. Let's be fucking real.
Hey,
right?
she trained for that, so
She
I'm
did.
just saying.
She convinced me.
So did Regina King train too?
Yeah.
yeah, you can tell. I mean, there's a scene where she's wearing like a wife beater, and you can see her guns.
Yeah.
I'm like, this woman's been working out, so
Absolutely.
she came prepped for this.
You know what gets me is like it's mainly dudes that don't know how to fight. It's like, listen, if you have somebody that's a woman that's been training on how to whoop somebody's ass,
She gonna whoop
they're gonna
you.
whoop your ass. If you're an average dude, you're gonna get fucked up. Don't talk shit to fucking Gina Carano. Or
Oh,
fucking,
fuck no! Don't you
or-
talk to my queen.
Or any goddamn UFC fighter, any female MMA fighter, just in general. Like I know there's a woman that I had on my podcast a while back on my Jitscast. Jasmine Wu, and now she's a Muay Thai fucking.
Kickboxer?
She's a multiple times. She's got a bunch of belts now. 'Cause she was doing kickboxing before, but I think she just dropped jiu-jitsu altogether. She's doing kickboxing, but she's got all these belts now. I'm pretty sure she can whip my ass standing up.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of dudes, they just want to sit there and think that just because they're a man, that it gives them that no woman can fuck them up. It's like, nah, bruh. If you don't know how to fight, a woman will fuck you up.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. If you put in some training, yeah, you have a strength advantage and other advantages over a woman.
Yeah.
But if they have trained to fight, you're gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, you said this before on like, I think it's you and as well as like other like fighting videos I've said, like anyone that's trained versus an untrained fighter, the trained fighter is
Totally
gonna win
different, yeah.
every time. Like I think it was about Kimbo Slice before he joined MMA. Like when he did his first bout, he was whooping dudes in the street that couldn't fight. He was fucking them up. When you put him against a trained fighter, he went down.
Yeah, it's way different. I didn't understand like the disparity until I started like really training martial arts and like doing jiu-jitsu, and I was just like, oh, so there's people on this planet that can basically play with me like I was a baby and just snap my fucking neck. Like and I can do it now. You know, like against an untrained person, like you have a very small chance of whooping my ass. If it gets to the ground, pretty much fucking zero. And most people, they don't understand that until you have somebody get their hands on you that's like a professional fucking fighter
And knows what they're fucking doing. But for Hollywood goddamn movies, we've seen 105-pound, 5'2" women
Yeah.
as badass superhero basically all the time, and fighting and whatnot. Some of them are more believable than others. There's no doubt about it. It depends on the fighting choreography. It depends on the scenes. It depends on how they train and how they look. Absolutely. In one episode, Regina King did not come across as someone who was unbelievable.
No.
in terms
No,
of
to-
her
not to
shit.
me.
And she was getting thrown around. It wasn't
She
like
was,
it
yeah.
wasn't like she 100%. It wasn't like she walked through one punch man. This motherfucker.
Yeah,
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 she had to
this-
fight. She did have to fight.
The whole, even though it's an alternate reality and yes, it's fiction, it seemed grounded in some like level of realism, kinda in a weird sci-fi alternate history kind of way. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, going back to her win, she won for If Beale Street Could Talk,
That came out a couple years ago, right?
2018,
Oh,
last year.
I just haven't seen it.
Yeah, but I haven't seen it. I heard it's depressing, but I mean,
Well, that's a no from me. So
But yeah, she seems badass as hell. I'm fucking on board. Fuck these weird new Watchmen fans or non-fans that want to complain about the Bring Back My Old 09 flopping movie. Fuck
yeah,
y'all.
get the fuck outta here. Yeah, that's just so weird. If you don't think that this show is in a different category than the movie, then you're out of your fucking mind.
And let me just say again, you weren't getting a sequel to that goddamn movie.
No.
Warner Brothers was not doing shit with Watchmen.
I don't
like they did some stuff in the comics. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you know, I read the comics. I love Doomsday Clock and all that shit. Absolutely, even with Flash and Batman. For cinema, fuck out of here. They weren't doing shit. There weren't even any rumors or buzz about some Watchmen sequel or expanded universe bullshit.
yeah, I mean, was there a second? I don't think there's a second book.
No.
Yeah, so even if there was, I mean,
But they've been integrated into DC, the DC universe in the comics quite a bit.
Yeah.
So there are additional Watchmen stories in the comics.
Remember, this is because this was Vertigo before DC bought them out.
Yep.
And then, I mean, there's been other stuff that DC has done a few of their graphic novels in the film that just didn't pan out, like The Losers.
Yeah.
The Losers is a Vertigo DC property that has an all-star cast. Like, majority of that cast is MCU now.
You know what's funny, though? When you look back to that 09, 2010, 2011 time, holy fucking shit. DC was way... I mean, you talk about them being bad now, or recently. They were in much worse shape with fucking Jonah Hex and Green Lantern and Watchmen.
Yeah.
I mean, those were all huge fucking bomb after bomb, with the exception of it was in between Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, which came out in 2012, 08 to 2012. Besides those two, they had a lot of fucking flops.
Well, based on your logic, the first Batman Begins didn't make that much money either.
It didn't make huge, but it had a way smaller budget. So it didn't have the traditional Batman budget. It didn't make like $1 billion like
Nope.
the other two Nolan movies, but you know, it was still a good movie that did well. It made it way more than its money back.
Wait,
Yeah,
which one
I
you talking
mean,
about? Sorry.
Batman Begins.
Oh,
Yeah, that wasn't like huge. I mean, Watchmen made its money back, but and remember,
Oh, really?
I mean, you got to remember, including its run, they still get money off the DVD Blu-ray sales.
Oh, come on.
I mean, that's
But
always accounted.
No,
but-
nobody counts for that.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Nobody counts that, but
So I'm not doing it either.
Look, here's the thing. If you're gonna say Green Lantern flop because it technically made like $12 million more than its budget, then you got to throw fucking Watchmen in there with it.
it made 55 million more than its budget.
Which one?
Watchmen.
Oh yeah, but you add marketing in there, and there goes that $50 million. Again, this was an expensive movie.
It was, but we don't know how much they spent in marketing.
For a $130 million movie, they did not spend like $5 million on marketing. They advertised this shit. It just didn't hit fucking hard.
Yeah,
that's the
fucking-
thing.
That's awful.
Yeah, I mean, come on. That's the
185
thing.
million. And it got released in 3,611
Look.
theaters. It was in theaters for like 12 weeks.
Yeah, look at the domestic number too. I mean, 107
Yeah.
million.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
That's opening weekend for
Yeah, come on.
I mean,
there ain't no defending. Financially, there's no fucking defending. You could like the movie. Fuck out of here with any like excuses for that bomb. You know what I mean?
it was 100. They made their money back,
yeah, I mean,
but
their
it
money
was
back.
$120 million budget. But it's still that's a flop.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
didn't. I mean, it didn't make $1 billion, but I mean,
Bruh.
so
It didn't even make 2% of $1 billion, bro.
yeah.
it didn't-
So I'm gonna put it out there like this: it wasn't a John Carter, and it wasn't Gemini Man, which is not. Neither of those made their budget money.
Okay,
back.
but it was still bad. Come on, man. Those are terrible numbers.
Yeah.
yeah, but
Ain't no defending this one, man. I'm sorry. I just we can't. We can't. You know what I mean? That's a flop.
Yeah.
a flop is like I said, John Carter was made way less than its initial budget,
That
and
is-
Gemini Man.
That is also a flop. Hold on. Last year we talked about Solo, right?
Yeah,
And again,
but
I
Solo-
love Star Wars. I love Star Wars.
Solo
but
made
that's
its
a-
money.
That's a
Solo
flop.
doubled
by-
its budget.
Are you
If you
are you
comparing
including?
it,
Are you
if
including?
you are comparing
Hold
it
on,
to
are
other
you
Star Wars
including-
films,
Hold on.
if you're comparing it to other Star Wars films,
Let me say
it
this.
did not
let
make
me,
as
let
much.
me ask. Are you including the entire budget of the reprocessing and all that included?
Reprocessing.
Reshooting. That's what I mean. Because Solo had a lot of fucking
Hold on,
reshooting.
can I destroy your argument?
Go ahead.
John Carter made more than Watchmen.
And the budget was?
much-
I don't know what the budget was, but it made more money.
Yeah, it's over
So-
200, right?
Yeah, it made $284 million.
That's way more successful than 180.
Yeah, it's $100 million more
So
than Watchmen.
Yep.
And that movie fucking bombed.
Green Lantern made 200 million. So that's still more than Watchmen.
And
But
Gem-
again, nobody wants. We're one of the only casts on here that are honest about Watchmen. Everybody else is nom 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 nom.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That movie cost $250 million?
Ooh, that's
Yep.
that's pricey.
Ooh, that's
Yeah.
steep.
That's pricey. They thought that was gonna be a hit.
And it didn't.
Isn't that, that's crazy that it cost. Why did it cost that much money?
Probably.
Avatar cost less.
Yeah, damn.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
They were just throwing money in the fire
no
like that
shit.
Joker,
And-
like a Dark Knight Joker.
And this is a Disney film.
God, yeah. They thought this was gonna be Avengers.
Well, I mean, it's a
They're dead.
the
I mean-
story. The story is
Oh.
literally a century years
They
old.
spent about $100 million on marketing. Ugh.
Ooh.
Ugh. Man, boy, did they fuck up.
Who was the lead on that?
Taylor Kinish.
Is he just
His-
ran out of Hollywood? He ain't doing
No,
shit.
he was famous for Friday Night Lights. So
What has he
this-
done since John Carter?
Yeah, wasn't John Carter afterwards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was after.
So what the fuck he done since? He ain't done shit.
I think
He left.
Oh, he's in your X-Men film.
Which one?
X-Men, the Origins film. X-Men Origins Wolverine.
Damn it.
Yeah.
X-Men Origins. Well, that one wasn't great.
He
though.
plays Gambit.
Oh, really?
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he's Gambit in that film.
Jesus.
When he goes to Louisiana.
How fucking forgettable is that, man?
That's
That's sad.
awful.
That's sad. I love fucking X-Men.
Oh, shit, geez. Well, he followed it up with Battleship, so.
Jesus,
There you
man,
go.
Look at your career,
See,
bro.
well, hold on. See, he did X-Men. He did Wolverine before he did John Carter.
Okay.
And then in the same year as John Carter, he did Battleship. So that's a wrap.
Oh, shit.
Your career dead,
Yeah,
bro.
that's you done fucked up. And yeah, he has not recovered. He's been in True Detective.
Yeah, he's on True Detective.
Okay.
Yeah,
And here's the thing. I hope he gets another role and gets another opportunity. It's not his fault that the movie. Probably not his fault. I don't know. I didn't want to see it.
Have you seen John Carter? It's actually
not that bad.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty decent film. I think a lot of people was like, "Oh, this ripped off Star Wars," which is not true because the story of it's actually based off the story of Princess of Mars, which is literally like a century-year-old story.
I think it was one of the worst names I've ever seen for a big sci-fi movie.
A princess. I think it
No,
would have been
John Carter.
Yeah,
I was
think
just like, what is this?
I think if they stuck with the original name, it probably would have did better.
They should just called it White Guy.
Yeah,
Oh!
that's what it felt like. I was just like, I remember seeing ads. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Real generic.
Oh my god!
All right, let's jump into some Star Wars. Goddamn it!
Fuck yeah! I am the Senate intensified.
Oh, you know who's mad he's on this podcast?
Stitch.
Oh yeah.
Hating ass.
He was extra. How you hating outside the club, Stitch? You can't even get in the club.
He's got to put on that fucking bikini again to get back inside the club.
Oh,
That's
man.
what he's got to do.
I'm telling you.
Damn.
We got another trailer, right?
Yeah, we had the final trailer showed during Monday Night Football. Monday night. It was during halftime, and it's like 2.5 minutes. But if you watch the trailer, it's really just a bunch of cut scenes, and we don't get any sense
That's what a
of.
trailer is.
We don't get a sense of story. They don't show us what the story's about.
It's just a bunch of scenes. It's random.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's like a mini clip advertising the movie.
It's like a movie telling me a story.
All right, well, we don't get story. We don't get any
Because
story.
it's a trailer. You shouldn't get any story.
Well, it's good. So, I mean, it looks like there's some cool shit going down.
They kind of scaled back though on the, is Rey a Sith Lord or not? I don't think she's gonna be. I think she's gonna be some sort of gray type Jedi. I didn't believe that fucking I'm a Sith bullshit because she just had a red lightsaber. That could have been somebody else's lightsaber.
Yeah.
Even if it was red, I don't believe that she's gonna be Sith. But
It may not even be her.
Could be a fake out and not in the movie.
well, it
could
could also be the it could be fake out too, but it could also be her trial, just like when what's his name, Luke Skywalker went through the fucking cave on
Yep.
what was that name of that planet? I forget.
Dagobah.
On Dagobah, fighting himself or fighting Darth Vader and ended up being him. So
It
same
could be,
deal.
and they did the same thing in the Force Unleashed, the DLC, where you have to actually fight yourself as a Sith. So, the same thing.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna ask.
Well, he was a Sith, so
Yeah.
Yeah, but he turns to the light and he goes to the Jedi Temple to train or to pass the trials.
Did you get Raylo vibes? God damn it.
A little bit.
Okay.
I got a little bit.
they're fighting each other and then fighting together.
Yeah, so it's kind of. I'm thinking that maybe they go through the trials together,
Maybe.
and then like, Kylo's like, well, we went to the trials together. Does this mean that we're together?
Let my
And
boy
then she's-
smash.
Yeah, and then she's giving like, well, she's like, and Ray might be like, well, I kind of like dark meat, and you're kind of like imitation.
Do you understand the porn parodies that are going to drop? If Raylo happens like we've been predicting for 4 years, it's on. Nothing but Big Daddy Kylo ramming fucking Ray over and over.
with his light, with
the
meat,
lightsaber.
with the meaty saber,
Yeah. with
meat
the hilt.
saber.
It's gonna get force smashed.
Oh
Yeah,
damn!
it's going to be good.
Yeah.
I am also glad. Shout out to another person who old black man that I thought was dead. Billy D.
Yeah.
Oh
We're
yeah,
getting him back. God damn it. That's cool.
he was at Comic-Con.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, I didn't get it. I didn't stand in line to get his autograph, but I did take a picture of him at the con, showing that he was there. It's posted on our Instagram and I think Twitter back in July. So you can check that out.
It is hard to see Princess Leia though, or General.
Oh yeah,
General Organa.
yeah, and
man. That's hard.
So her birthday was Monday, and so there was a lot of people in remembrance, and they dropped the trailer the same day. So there's a lot of feels for a lot of people. People were like crying. They were texting me like, "Dude, this is like, did you see the trailer? Because it's tough seeing her. Like this is her last hurrah.
Yeah, she wasn't supposed to be gone. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, damn. You know.
It's gonna be,
And it's like a reminder, like, oh yeah.
yeah, this she gone. So,
We'll see.
you like the trailer? I'm
I
assuming.
mean, look, I'm already on board, man. Opening weekend, I plan on seeing it at least twice. Opening weekend,
oh yeah,
because
sounds good.
I gotta re-see it.
Yeah, I mean, you get a glimpse of the Emperor. It looks like he's in some kind of like mech, maybe.
I don't know how in the fuck they got the God Palpatine back up on the scene.
Palpatine is back.
I don't know how they've done it,
Well,
but
they never showed him die.
no,
Yeah, they don't.
But he went down there, and we all assumed. You talked about the Superman scene. I think this was even as just as definitive as the Christopher Reeves.
But they didn't take his powers away.
No,
No.
because he was shooting lightning still going down, right?
Yeah,
So-
he was. And
I mean, listen, if Darth Maul can get cut in fucking half and
And
still
come back,
and thrown
yeah.
down the fucking
This is
similar
true.
shaft and still live,
This is true. But at the time, I thought Darth Maul was gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
we
From the
did.
movie.
And then not to mention, like, we see Yoda come back as a ghost. We've seen Anakin come back as a ghost. We've seen
yeah, but he didn't seem ghost-like in this.
No,
It
that's the
seemed like
thing.
it was
He
really-
doesn't seem. But to think that we weren't going to see Palpatine, who fooled an entire Jedi Council, and like the entire galaxy
I love that fool.
about which side he was on, that he wasn't powerful enough to come back. Like y'all tripping,
it.
y'all tripping.
He was actually one of the highlights of the
Prequels?
Yeah, the prequels.
Yeah,
was
I
like
agree.
the actor that played as him when he like kind of flipped the switch from
Yes.
I'm a senator to I'm gonna fucking whip your ass.
So I'm the Senate.
yeah,
And
seems good.
and purple lightsaber Mace, Mace Windu.
He could have lived too. Shit.
Yeah.
He just got thrown away out a window, out of a high rise.
shit.
He's just missing a hand. Fuck it.
Actually, we really got to throw some shade. We talked about John Carter actor Christian. What's his face?
Yeah, but he was a bad actor though.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. He was so fucking shitty.
What are you
Yeah.
talking? Whom?
Anakin.
Oh, Hayden Christensen.
Hayden Christensen.
Because he did that movie, then he did was it Jumper?
Ugh.
Yeah.
And it was just like the other guy was good, but he's just not a good actor.
No, not at all. And actually, the one that took the most hate was really Jar Jar's the Jar Jar actor, which wasn't all his
It
fault.
wasn't his fault. The character was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the kid got hate too. Jake Lloyd. People came after him hard.
Oh, from the pod racing kid.
Yes.
I went after the kid.
Oh,
Dude,
man.
people came after him
That's
extra
fucked up.
hard.
I mean, fuck them kids. But that's fucked up.
Well, it's kind of like Blue going after the kid from Raising Dion.
Yeah,
oh,
Like, man, come on,
damn.
it's a kid.
Damn.
I can't act as an adult.
Yeah.
Shit.
Damn.
Yeah, so we got what 2 months to wait.
Yep.
Everybody's fucking anticipating.
Everybody
it,
lost
but-
their fucking minds. I mean, there's people hating, saying this looks like Return of the Jedi remade. I'm like, not really.
You know what?
Go
Don't,
ahead.
all of them that hate it, just don't go watch it.
There
They're
you
still
go.
gonna make fucking $5 billion. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. All you stupid ass haters that say, "Oh fuck this," you. Hey, first of all, you're gonna watch it. Second of all, even if you don't watch it, you're in the fucking small minority of people talking all this. Most people that are talking shit are still gonna go watch it.
Yep.
They're gonna give them that money, and afterwards they're still gonna fucking complain. But guess
Yep.
what?
They
You
got
gotta give
your
them that
money.
fucking money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The folks, and again, one of our best movie review podcasts was that Last Jedi one, where we had
Yeah.
Matt come in and Gian,
Oh yeah, that was.
and that was so divisive, really. But Last Jedi was a movie that split the fan base.
Sure did.
No matter what side you were on, it split it. You know what I mean?
It was definitely it was talked about even to this day,
Yeah.
and it's like
People feel strongly about
they
it.
do felt strongly. I mean, but the thing was, the movie still made $2 billion.
Not quite. 1.5
I think it,
or
I'm
1.6
pretty sure it's
on
like,
that.
I think
it
it's
didn't
like
hit 2.
I'm pretty sure it's 2.0.
Nope. So Force Awakens hit the 2.
Yeah,
There
I
was-
did hit the 2.
But
That-
not Last Jedi. You can double check me. Watch me be right.
He's got his receipts.
yeah.
But yeah, so obviously the studio wants this to be a $2+ billion because it's the end of a saga. I think it's almost guaranteed this is going to be over $2 billion.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't see anything else in December that people are going to be fucking with. I really don't.
The PlayStation.
Well, that's next year. Next December.
Oh, it's next year. That's right.
But
Sorry, I'm getting excited for that shit already.
oh man. Well, I mean, I guess we talked about it last week a little bit, but Sony, are you having a PlayStation Expo or not? Or are you going to E3 for your release stuff? What are you doing?
I don't care as long as they come out with a fucking console. You know what I mean? Just give me a fucking PS5. I don't give a shit what it looks like. I just wanted to have badass games. That's all. I just need the games. That's all I really give a shit about. People are complaining about the dev kit. That's obviously a fucking dev kit being out there. Nobody is sitting there looking at their fucking PlayStation being like, damn, it's fucking ugly. Or damn, it looks great. It's just a fucking plastic box. Nobody gives a fuck what it looks like. So I just wanted to play games.
There you go.
And, December of next year, I'll be happy. I mean, I'm already happy. But the PS4 has done a lot for this generation.
Yeah,
So it's destroyed.
yeah. I've loved every aspect of it. I was on the fence about getting a Pro, but now that we're like a year out, I'm just like, I gotta wait, But at the same time, I'm like, can I wait?
So one of the things is, we're so close to the next one, right? So
Yeah.
if you can hold off, because the next one's going to be backwards compatible, which is cool. But the Pro actually does make games. There's an actual difference on some games.
Nice.
Even on like this screen, when I had Borderlands 3 on here, and I found that fucking performance setting, and I was like, oh shit, this looks way better.
Oh, so it's like in the settings for the device for the console.
No, it's in the settings in the actual game.
Oh.
There's like a frame rate setting, and then there's like a performance setting.
Holy shit.
And you put it on performance, and it's way fucking smoother.
I like that.
I mean, sometimes the draw distance is a little bit closer, but the overall experience is like it's definitely noticeable.
Ooh, okay.
And there's a bunch of other games that are like that too. Like God of War looks better. There's a few other games too that there's like it's enhanced for PS4 Pro, even if you don't have a 4K HDR TV. Because the main monitor that I play on, or TV that I play on, is in my office, and it's in 1080p. My actual TV in like my living room, that's 4K with HDR and all that shit. But I actually don't play on that much because it's in my living room. So, but it still makes it look pretty good.
See?
So.
Okay. I can't fucking wait.
And this is coming from a fucking console guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, not console guy. A
PC.
former PC guy.
Two big games that are still, speaking of PlayStation. Modern Warfare is dropping tomorrow. You guys, are you joining the team?
I'm still
Are
on
you
team,
go-
still
you're on
on
the
Team
fence.
Borderlands.
Team Borderlands still. What about you, old ninja? You joining? Squadding up?
I'm probably gonna. We don't even squad up on Borderlands,
We
so
can change that.
I'm
We'll
probably
change that
gonna.
tomorrow.
I'm probably gonna get it. I just
You
don't
don't
know
even
what
fucking play it.
system.
I haven't been playing this one.
Oh,
I got
my
all kind of
goodness.
guns for you motherfuckers, but you're never on.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll play this weekend.
I was on yesterday, just not on Borderlands. I'm
I got-
playing Apex.
Okay, I got a bunch of fucking level 50 guns. I got all kinds of shit.
Yeah, I'm not even level 50 yet. I'm like 44.
Nice.
Shit, I'm 50 with Zane, and I'm 32 with the Beastmaster.
Yeah,
Nice.
see, Beastmaster, I'm 44, and with my Siren, I'm 22.
Oh, so
Something
you're
like that.
really just trading off, keeping
Yeah,
it
I'm
almost
trading.
even.
Yeah, because there's people who are like lower level. I use my Siren to run with them, and then like people that are high level, I use my Beastmaster and run with them.
All right, so you're gonna hold off then.
No, I'm probably gonna get it. I just don't know what system.
Oh,
I'm getting.
come on.
I'm either gonna get it either tomorrow or
Okay,
Friday.
Let me make this easy for you, old ninja. Because of the PlayStation exclusive content for Call of Duty Modern Warfare,
That's a co-op content. Which
ain't
don't give a fuck.
nobody gonna be fucking with it on anything else.
Co-op. It's a cooperative shit that we barely even squad up with, and
Because of the exclusive aspect, a whole mode that's gonna be exclusive on PlayStation for a full year.
that
The
doesn't.
Come on now. You gonna tell me that the overwhelming majority of people aren't gonna buy this on PlayStation like they wouldn't already, but still, even more incentive to it?
It's not about that. It's about, are we going to squad up? We don't even squad up for games that we already fucking own.
gonna fix
So
that this
why am I
weekend.
going to do that?
This weekend.
Why play a game that we're not going to fucking play as a
Just tell them you
squad
can do it this
when I
weekend,
have
man.
people on another system that are willing to play all the fucking time?
But they got less co-op there.
Nope, there's plenty-
You got
one less mode, but at least we squad.
one less mode that you play with people.
But that will
And you-
one
and
less
you gonna
mode that
pay-
we.
How much
we'll
you gonna pay
actually
for that
play.
game? How much you gonna pay for that game on Xbox?
Well, it's the same fucking price.
But you getting less.
One fucking co-op mode less.
Yeah.
Give a fuck.
Don't make the shitty decisions if you're listening to the words coming out of our mouths.
If you buy any game on the Xbox, I'm telling you as a U.S. Marine, all right, the fucking terrorists won, y'all. All right? Stop playing games on Xbox.
Damn.
Give the PlayStation.
Nope. I'm playing the Xbox where people actually play versus
Or
y'all
PC.
running your mouth
We
about
can
playing.
look at the numbers where.
Yeah, that's fine.
Xbox
Numbers, you
ain't
can
doing
pull up
shit.
whatever numbers, but when I boot
Pull
up
up facts.
and I'm like, "Are we gonna squad?" Oh, I got to do this, or no, not tonight. And I go to the box and they're like, "Hey, are we gonna squad?" We have a lobby of 5 already. I'm like, "Oh shit!"
You got the last
So-
5 motherfuckers on the Xbox ever.
What is this bullshit? Speaking of bullshit, Fallout 70, Bethesda. What you doing? Go ahead.
This shit got me heated. All right, 'cause
ahead.
I'm
Let me
coming
hear
from, I grew up playing PC games. Y'all know me. I recently switched over from like being a PC only. I guess it's been a while now.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
two
that's-
gens.
Yeah, I switched over in like the PS3, like mid to late PS3. It's like 2009, 2010 ish.
That's 10 years.
2010 is when I like made the hard switch. But this is kind of relevant to the story. So for some reason, Bethesda thought it would be a good idea to make part of Fallout 76 a paid subscription service.
Ooh, boy.
$12 a month or $100 a year. And it's called Fallout First. And this shit to me, when I read like what you get for $12 a month, $100 a year, I was fucking angry at this shit. All right, let me tell you what you get for a paid subscription service on a game that you paid $60 for that came out last fucking year.
And
That you
Chronos
can play
has
for
the
free.
game.
I have the game. It's
So do I, actually.
Still in the cellophane.
Yep.
All right. So you get a couple benefits. This is directly from the website. You get private worlds. Play in a private world exclusively for you and up to 7 of your friends. Scrapbucks. Unlimited storage for crafting components in your new scrapbox container. Survival tent. A new placeable fast travel point with a stash, sleeping bag, and more of your basic needs. Atoms, you receive 1,650 atoms per month for use in the Atomic Shop. Ranger armor outfit, an iconic Fallout outfit exclusive for members, and icons and emote packs.
That's it?
That's what you get for fucking $12 a month, $100 a year. The reason why this makes me so fucking angry is that when I came from the PC world, every goddamn PC game up until I think it was Modern Warfare 2, you can make your own private server.
Wow.
Like literally for any fucking game. You can be like, oh, I want to play, Modern Warfare. All right, cool. I'm just going to set up my own little server and we're going to do it myself. You generated your own little instance. You're going to pay for shit because you're using your own resources. Yeah. One of the reasons why I didn't go to fucking consoles was because of that. Because you couldn't separate yourself out and just have fun with your friends. You couldn't do a LAN party or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And the shit about the scrap box and all this other shit, none of this other shit except for maybe the atoms is worth fucking $100 a year.
No way.
None of it is.
Well, let's go back a little bit. This is a failed game.
Yeah.
This game got hated on by critics, hated on by users. It made people, a lot of fans, because again, there's plenty of people with Fallout tattoos. Fallout is a beloved franchise. This made a lot of the fan base lose faith in Bethesda. Let's just call it what it fucking is.
Yeah, and they're making it worse.
You know?
Bruh, for $100 a year, you can get an Xbox Game Pass or a fucking PlayStation Plus, and you can get at least 24 fucking games on those consoles.
Yes. Good ones.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Oh, wait, it's way less than that. Because was it the PlayStation Now was like what, $5 now?
Oh yeah, I'm just saying. I'm just giving an equivalent money.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Shit,
It's $100.
you can do that and more.
I'll bet you there'll be some PlayStation 4 Pros if you just happen to not have one. You've been living under a rock for the last few years. For Black Friday, probably in the $200 to $250 range. So maybe even $229, depending on some deals.
Maybe.
And if not now, then certainly next year when the 5 drops.
What's more insane to me is that for both the Xbox and the PlayStation, there's a fee for online service. That service is for fucking server maintenance for shit like this.
Yep.
So why the fuck am I gonna pay extra for this bullshit? It doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Bethesda has lost their fucking mind, man. They really have.
You know who did this before?
Who?
Activision. So when Call of Duty 3 dropped, or Modern Warfare 3 dropped, they had the Call of Duty Elite, where it's $60 a year, and you're supposed to get exclusive maps and skins and a bunch of other shit. Just feels like it's the same shit.
But remember, this is like an MMO, though.
Fucking, I can't believe icons, emote packs, and an outfit. What the fuck?
Only the most hardcore actually still playing this game, though. Think about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? You almost hear nothing about it.
Well, I heard it got better, like a lot better.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure because of this, people are just gonna stop playing it altogether.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to fucking pay for this. Let me just get that out the way. You can just pay for the game and play it normally. But the fact that they're having this, added in bullshit extra service for $12 a month, $100 a year, that's insane.
Well, let's be perfectly real too. Way back in 2016, I think, or 2015, one of those, Fallout 4 dropped, and that was divisive for the fan base too. Some people loved it, but it was a buggy fucking mess in a lot of ways. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, Bethesda with the Fallout. This used to be a premier franchise. I don't know about this one anymore, man. This one.
Especially when Outer Worlds just came out. That's
Tell me about Outer Worlds.
Is that out already?
Swallow. Yeah, I mean it's coming out I think this week.
It's on Tuesday or some shit.
I think it just came out.
What type of game is it?
It's basically Fallout in space.
Oh,
is what it is. That's basically it's like Fallout and a little bit of a what's the other goddamn game that's really good?
Mass Effect?
No.
Oh, Elite Dangerous?
The one with with the Big Daddy and shit.
BioShock.
Yeah.
BioShock. It's like Fallout and BioShock in space.
Okay.
It's like real same vibe. Like when you get guns, you can slow down time. It's not VATS, but you can slow down time to get more accurate shots.
Okay.
It looks very similar.
Who's making this one? Do you know?
Get the name. I think it was like some form. I think it's Obsidian. I want to say.
Is it?
Let me see. Give me a second here.
It's Outer Worlds or Outer Lands?
Outer Worlds.
Okay, yeah. Here we go.
Who's making it? Yeah, Obsidian Entertainment. What else did they make?
They made Knights of the Old Republic
They made
Part 2.
Fallout New Vegas.
That was
Okay.
supposed to be a good one too.
Yes. Pillars of Eternity, a bunch of other games, but yeah, it's. I mean, they made one of the Fallout games, so it looks very similar to Fallout. It looks pretty good, and for them to be like, yeah, we're gonna put like this new paid service on Fallout 76, a failed franchise, when a Fallout-like game is coming out that looks pretty good. It got like almost a 9 on IGN.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty sure on Metacritic it's pretty good. I mean,
Well,
look.
well, also while you're looking that up, I mean, remember, Division 2 dropped. People still playing Destiny 2. I mean,
There's-
obviously you got Borderlands. You got a lot of competition for massive online games.
So those two games that you just
85%.
mentioned just dropped new content. So Destiny had Shadowkeep about first week of October, and then Division 2 dropped the Pentagon like I think a week ago. Obviously Fortnite just updated with their Chapter 2 whatever.
Season 2.
No,
was that
not
review?
Season 11 I think.
What was that review? Score for Chronos.
Oh, it's 85% on
good review.
Metacritic. Yeah. It's a good
Real
review.
solid review. All right, so this is dropping. You said this week?
If it's not.
Let me.
Wait, they're not dropping the same week as Call of
Oh,
Duty.
it
though.
comes out fucking this week in 2 days, October 25th.
Oh, I don't know about going up against Call of Duty.
Yeah.
that's
Probably not the smartest.
that's like the same week. That is ballsy as fuck. I will
Yeah,
give you
so
some credit for that.
So Windows, PS4, Xbox One,
Yeah.
October 25th.
October 25th.
And-
Oh
and
God.
There's a Switch version which is there's no release date for the Switch, but there's one coming.
That's like dropping any movie around any Marvel movie.
Yeah,
It's like
Marvel or
that's a
one of the
no-go.
main Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think it's a good, give people choices and alternative. Get both. Fuck it.
But I'm thinking the kind of person that's gonna play that's a real hardcore Call of Duty player. Is
Oh yeah,
the
they're
kind of
not
person
getting
that's
nothing else.
and vice versa. The kind of person that's into like an Outer Worlds type game is not a kind of person that's like that needs to get
I agree.
Call of Duty on launch.
The only thing I agree with that. The only thing I would counter is that because it sounds like, you tell me if I'm wrong, this is a new IP.
Yeah.
I think Call of Duty is going to suck the air out of the room in terms of the advertising of like awareness.
So it's a new IP, but for those in the know, they know that this game was made by. So if you're a Fallout fan, especially Fallout New Vegas, which is arguably one of the best games in the franchise, they knew that the same makers are making this game, so they were
That's
waiting
good.
for this game. So they
That's good.
have some buzz about it, and obviously the good reviews help as well.
That's good. That's solid.
Oh, speaking of which, Battlefield 5 has new content. They're doing their Pacific campaign. I think.
Are people still
tomorrow-
fucking with that? Like it's been a year now.
I don't know. I actually haven't played it. I haven't played it in a while, but
So
it's
the
just
answer is
funny.
no.
Yeah.
And actually, so does Borderlands. It has new content as well this week on Friday.
Yeah.
We get Bloody Harvest.
Okay.
It's the first new area. You get new guns. Captain Truant comes back. He's like a ghost or some shit.
Oh shit.
And there's all kinds of new content that's coming out. So
I'm going to do some hardcore playing. I've been lacking hardcore playing this
You
weekend.
lying?
No, I'm doing it, man.
Why are you lying? You know you're gonna be on Call of Duty, and there's gonna be an excuse.
I can flip back and
You're gonna be
forth.
like, oh, I forgot about Borderlands.
Nah, I'm
This
doing
Call
it.
of Duty fucking sucked my dick so good.
Oh.
I can't play it because they have basically a fucking Battlefield version in the game. Ground War. Ground War is gonna be
Oh,
like
for Call of Duty?
Yeah, it's gonna
shit.
huge fucking huge maps. Like I think it's like 20 on 20 or some shit
I
like
can
that.
only get so erect. God
Oh,
damn.
You ain't switching. You ain't
Put that
switching
thing
up.
away.
Yeah, you ain't switching up on nothing.
Oh fuck. The other one for speaking of your PC playing or old school PC playing, we're finally getting Red Dead with that giant file. I want to see how fucking gorgeous it's gonna look. Red Dead 2.
maybe I'll get it. I mean, I still got a decent. Yeah, actually, I got pretty good specs on my laptop.
You got an
still,
extra
so-
200 gigs and shit.
Yeah, I got some
Space?
I just gotta reduce some of my research purposes only for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be a whole lot of new detail and new like items and whatnot. And I've never fucked with the online still for Red Dead 2. Have you?
Yeah, I fucked with it like before it was decent, you
Okay.
know, because I fucked with it when it was basically still in the beta stage.
Gotcha.
And it had some stuff, and you could see like there was some cool stuff to do. It's basically their online shit was basically like the goddamn game.
It was.
with just new stuff.
Wait,
Nice.
did you not play the online shit?
I haven't played it at all. Not the online.
Holy
It's,
shit!
it's
yeah,
good. The beta was good.
Yeah. Okay.
the online, the beta lasted for like 6 months or longer, and then like now they added like you can be a bounty hunter. You can pick a career path in the multiplayer. You can be a bounty hunter. You can be, I guess, a lawman. You can be a bunch of other like a gambler, fucking cheater, whatever the fuck.
Can you be a hoe?
I guess I don't know if you can fuck in the game.
I think you know, Rockstar learned their lesson about doing their online stuff because, Jesus Christ, when Grand Theft Auto 5 came out, that fucking online thing was such a disaster.
It was.
Such a disaster. So they're really smart about saying, hey, it's beta. If it's fucked up, it's beta.
Yeah.
So they kind of covered their ass.
And here's the other thing too. That game sold like fucking hotcakes. And so the amount of millions of people on those servers, like initially, was probably even more than they estimated. You know what I mean?
And it's still one of the best-selling games of all time.
Yeah, and it's still great. It's still fun to do heists. They added what was that casino shit? I was having a blast on there.
the heists are is funny because you got to prep and shit, and then like the heists are fucking interesting. And you get decent loot.
And they have a degree of we got to squad up on some
I
GTA
keep saying
5
that, yeah.
again. It's still fucking good. And you know what else? People gonna be playing it on the new console too,
Probably.
even though it's a PS3 game.
I mean, if it's backwards compatible, I don't see why not.
oh, you
Well,
know
this is from last year. I think we talked about it before, but I'll bring it up again because it's worth saying.
Oh yeah.
GTA 5 is the most profitable entertainment product ever. All right, it is-
EVER.
yeah, it is sold over 90. This is as of last year, 90 million copies that made over $6 billion in revenue.
Love it.
6 billion with a B.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know what it's made today, but
Over that.
it sold over 100
It's
million. now.
probably another maybe close.
And it's
to
not
another billion.
stopping. There's gonna be people, 14-year-olds for the very first time, getting it for Christmas and shit this year, and fucking with it heavy.
Goddamn, there might be Tetris, y'all. That's fucking insane.
I love
Yeah.
it. It's so great. And the great thing about it is, everybody has their favorite car, their favorite gun, their favorite
No.
motorcycle.
They keep adding
I know.
cars and guns. Well, guns not so much, but cars almost like once every 2 months.
But the skins for guns, the
Yeah, the
attachments.
skins are guns, but they've added some of the new guns. They're like kind of semi-future. They're supposed to be like Area 51 type weapons where they like are really weird and shit. I mean, they already have like the space gun or whatever, the one that shoots and knocks shit over, does retarded damage. But they added 2 more, and then they added they've added some classic cars, some new like futuristic cars. They added a bunch of fucking shit for online, and they make you like go through hoops to get it. You don't just like go and get it. You gotta do a mission or whatever to get it.
We gotta get back on there, man. We gotta do some goddamn fucking heights.
Keeping it with gaming though, there's some stuff I was talking with the Oathbreaker because last week he asked about what was going on with Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
Oh, yeah.
And we've been uncovering some. Literally the next day, there's like previews of the game that were starting to come out, and
Looks good.
apparently it's nothing like no one expected. Apparently, Respawn kept this super close to the chest, and like this is a huge like dungeon crawler, I guess. It's supposed
Sounds
to be
intriguing.
That's not what I heard. I didn't hear Dungeon Crawler.
Apparently, they're comparing this to
Tomb Raider, Dark Souls,
Dark
yeah,
Souls,
they
and
said it's a mix.
mixed with Tomb Raider,
Yeah.
Dark Souls.
Well, they said it was the gameplay is actually kind of like God of War.
That sounds great.
So I was like, okay.
Sounds interesting. With Jedi skills? Come on now. That sounds cool.
Yeah, basically you're a Jedi, and it punishes you like Dark Souls, but you get to explore like Tomb Raider, like
They even
exploring.
said some Zelda-like elements.
Yes,
in
they
there,
did. Say, I guess there's some RPG elements to this fucking game, and like you can literally go from.
As it should be, you know.
Yeah, you can literally go from the starting planet to the like final boss in the very first few minutes, get your ass whooped, thinking you can take on the big dude, and then come back. Apparently, when you start, once you get through the like tutorial stage, you can travel to any planet.
That's like a Chrono Trigger. Remember that shit?
Yeah.
Where you can, like in the very beginning of the game, you can go to the final boss.
Yep.
That was like the first game that I played that where it had like New Game Plus.
Yeah.
So you pass the game, so you can go back in the beginning, and then you could
Whoop on.
whip him in the very beginning. But the game had multiple endings. But anyway,
great.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a great game.
I mean, I guess they're taking a page out of that. And Respawn's my new favorite studio. They kept this close to the chest. I don't know how much of the game is left over from when Amy Hennig was working on it. I don't know if they started from scratch. I don't know if this is even part of Star Wars 1313 from like 8 years ago, where people were talking about.
Like it.
Yeah, but from what the previews from I think IGN and Eurogamer, they're saying like this may surprise a lot of people. This may be the Star Wars game that you need to get this generation.
That would be fucking fantastic, man. Because Battlefront 1 and 2 didn't do it for a lot, of people.
Yeah. Battlefront 2 was surrounded in controvery, which they
created.
That they definitely created. They definitely created, and it literally brought the world's attention to EA and how they do business.
Well, what I found fascinating about that whole thing is the praise and the dick sucking for, and I love Overwatch, but like that has loot boxes. That was most people's first introduction to loot boxes. But when Battlefront had it, the timing was like the worst in the world, and they got completely blamed and shitted on for it. But I was like,
well, I think it's because
Overwatch.
It's because of the way they did it. It was a pay to win.
No, I get you. You're right. Overwatch has cosmetic.
Yes,
all cosmetic.
Yeah,
and it was
I
not
get that.
when Battlefront 2 initially dropped. Like literally the week before, it was not like that. You had to get what they call star cards that would improve your character to help you win. So in order for you to win, you could put in money to get these cards to make your character better.
And it's an online-only game, too.
No, it is not an online. Part 2 is not online only.
I'm sorry. One was.
One
right?
was,
Okay.
but Part 2 had the pay to win. Part 1 did not, which was fucking people up. And so they had to change that last minute, but it was still not a good look because certain countries were trying to sue EA for doing this.
like my kid's complaining.
Yeah, so
I got to sit on the Senate.
Yeah, this was not a good look for EA. And so this turned a lot of people off to a game that's actually pretty fucking decent. And they fucked it all up. So now they looked at Respawn, their new fucking hotness, to say, can you fix this? It looks like they might be coming through.
Wait a minute, though. Help me out on timeline. So we have, obviously, Star Wars Episode 9 dropping in December. We have this game, New Fallen Order, dropping in November, right?
Yeah, I think it's the same week as Death Stranding.
Okay, but, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like-
that's
it's-
interesting. That'll be an interesting head-to-head.
It's either the same week or literally the week after.
Oh, boy. Okay, then the last one I wanted to mention is, don't we have Mandalorian dropping this year?
November. It drops when Disney Plus drops.
That's a lot of fucking Star
Lot
Wars
of Star
going
Wars
on
coming.
in the last 2 months of 2019.
I'm
goddamn it.
all on fucking board.
Right? And they should release the Mandalorian at Netflix style of all episodes at once, or are they doing like that week-to-week bullshit?
Probably
Fucking
week to week.
bastards.
I'm
We'll
hoping
see.
it's all at once, but because apparently it's done. Apparently all of it's already done. So them releasing week to week, it'll get you hyped for Rise of Skywalker. So if they're doing it and you end it right before the release of the next Star Wars
If
film.
it's good, people can watch it over and over again on fucking loop until it's time for episode 9.
Well,
you know what I mean?
That's true too.
I
But
can't stand this weekly bullshit, especially when the whole thing's done and
Yeah.
it's online service. Like, get the fuck out.
And I'm paying you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm paying. Yeah, that's the main thing.
so
What else? You gonna put ads in there too?
Like Hulu does.
oh,
Oh, you gonna pay me? You want some ads too?
yeah, you gotta pay, get them ads out,
Double fucking
pay extra.
dipping.
No, you gotta pay extra.
Yeah,
It's not even just extra.
yeah. Well, no, I was referring to Hulu. Hulu, you pay.
You gotta pay extra.
Yeah, you gotta pay extra.
No, extra.
I heard him.
You pay if you pay $7, you still get ads.
Yep.
Yeah, and then if you don't want ads, it's what, 13 or something.
That's the extra.
That'd be the extra.
God dang.
What else? Now, okay, launch though for Disney Plus.
November 12th.
What are y'all hyped for? What are-
Mandalorian. What the fuck?
okay, besides we just mentioned that. What else is at launch that you're hyped for? Obviously the movies that we've already seen, but what new content?
I think the first new content would be Mandalorian. Other stuff like I don't give a fuck because I guess there's like new Parent Trap or some shit like that.
Get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
there's gonna be new like some other shit. But I mean, it'll be the Marvel stuff that I'm being interested in. But that's not till
But the
next
Marvel
year.
stuff didn't drop this year, right?
No, 2020.
Okay.
So But I mean, I'll have it, and then I'll be watching
They're
it.
doing a Monsters at Work.
Yeah, there it is. Monsters at Work, which is a
fuck
Monsters
is
the Monsters Inc.
Monsters,
TV series.
Oh, I fuck with Monsters Inc. dude.
yeah, so
Yeah,
they're doing
yeah.
a TV series for it. I think it's after the Monsters University.
People sleep
some
on
shit.
Monsters University. That sequel is fucking good.
I still haven't seen it.
That was.
But
Yeah,
it's
was
going to
it?
be on
Yeah.
fucking Disney Plus, so there you go.
Yeah, that was solid shit. I saw something about Coco 2 dropping too. A trailer for that.
Yeah, I gotta watch. I saw you posted it. I know the What If universe. I really want to see.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see Falcon Winter Soldier. See how that goes down. WandaVision sounds weird, so I want to see how that fucking works out.
Clone Wars is coming out too.
Oh yeah, that's
February 2020.
Wait,
There you
new
go.
Clone Wars?
Yes,
Yeah.
they brought it back. You know what's funny? If you listen to why Disney canceled Clone Wars, because they said it was getting too dark.
Because
Because
fuck.
the storylines were getting fucked up.
Fuck them kids.
Love it. All right, what else we got on there?
But
Anything-
other shit.
Most of the stuff's not till
They're
2020.
bringing back Lizzie McGuire, which is interesting.
What the fuck?
Only not because I have an older daughter, so.
Like the actual actress is coming back?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
shit.
Hillary Duff is coming back for like a little bit.
Oh, have you? Hillary Duff got
She
all
thick as
kinda
fuck.
ass.
Yeah, she
she's,
do.
She's 30 now.
Man.
She
I
just
was
like
wait a minute, hold up.
just like Carrie Ann Moss got a little thick to her.
Yeah, love it.
They-
It's supposed to be an Obi-Wan Kenobi show as well.
Yeah, that's not for a minute though, but I'm on board for that.
Cassian Andor.
Oh yeah,
No,
his
that's
shit.
2021 though.
They don't even have a title for it. They just call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still on board for that.
I mean, Hawkeye has the potential to be good as well.
Yeah, with Kate Bishop.
Well,
Yeah.
now the rumor mill is going crazy about Jeremy Renner might not be attached to shit in
It
MCU.
says Jeremy Renner returns.
yeah, of course they
with
got Disney
Haley
money.
Steinfeld.
But
Yes.
what I'm saying is, literally this past week, I thought it was some drama with his ex saying he had done some domestic
yeah,
violence
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And again, rumor mill, nothing
You
confirmed.
got to investigate that kind of shit. You
Yeah.
can't ruin somebody's career over an accusation.
Yeah, I hear you.
This is America, goddammit.
But you know they try.
Unless you got like literal videos and shit like that, like fucking some R. Kelly shit, which he's a nasty motherfucker. We all know is true.
I will say again on these airwaves, it looks like there is TMZ evidence that Cuba Gooding Jr. didn't do what he's accused of, and that didn't matter.
What was that thing about baby dicks he was talking about? Sucking baby dicks or some shit?
Yeah,
like
he
that?
was.
Oh, I mean, look, he got a little drunk, man. You know, we all say wild shit.
Yeah.
That's not a good look, man.
He had a KFC hat or a KFC bucket on his head, and he was drunk and partying with these hoes. I will admit that. But
No, was they consenting hoes? Though?
yeah, exactly. You know, they all wanted to party. They were doing them coke.
I
You
think
know,
if you're a hoe, you consent a lot. I would
Yeah.
Oh
imagine, so.
shit.
a little bump of coke like Don Johnson, and it's party
Yeah,
time.
wow.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
man.
I want to. So nobody saw Maleficent except for Blue, right?
No,
Yeah,
but I saw Zombieland double tap though.
Tell me about Zombieland.
So this shit was fucking crazy. I mean, it was fun. I mean, it's weird. Like what? Fucking 10 years later.
That's true.
But they managed to like keep it funny, keep it fresh. Like I was cracking up the whole time, and they evolved some of the zombies because now they have like just like in The Last of Us, there's different types of like infected. They had different types of infected in this one over the time. They have like crazy ass jokes. They brought back fucking Bill Murray. This
he
one,
fucking died in the first one.
but there's a prequel there's like a little prequel scene with him in it. It's fucking funny. Rosario Dawson's badass is in this shit.
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
I gotta watch it.
Yeah, she's in this shit. There's just crazy. It's just crazy shit. Woody Harrelson shows that he's like an American treasure again. It's just a fun film.
Good
Fun
shit.
fucking film.
And it's a true rated R.
Yeah,
violent
I
fun.
mean, yeah. I mean, there's overt violence. There's like people puking and shit, puking and pissing.
Wait,
and
don't
shit.
this have Emma Stone in it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
But she still, they still bring it.
Did she pop that pussy a little bit?
She gets mad that someone else pops that pussy. She gets extra mad. She gets petty mad, which is probably worse. But it's great. It's still fun.
So you
I
like
enjoyed
this?
it. I enjoyed it. It's ridiculous fun with zombies.
Good
So
shit.
I enjoyed that shit. I mean, the first one's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So
Well-
they just kept it on that same level, maybe a little bit more.
And none of the folks on this fucking cast are watching any Walking Dead anymore. So
No.
Yeah,
no.
I mean, I
we
plan
all
on
fell off.
Yeah, I fell off. I plan on going back though.
Well, the problem is that there's too many other shows that are better than that show now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least where I left off.
Oh, okay.
Like, I mean, Mr. Robot's back.
There you go.
But that's about the end though.
Yeah, but it's still going right now, and it's still fucking excellent. I think this last episode that we had, it showed basically White Rose when he or she was young. So
Them?
yeah,
Just
so it was
supposed to
just
say-
like it was almost like the beginning. It's like a love story, and then it shows like a lot of stuff of him growing up in China and stuff like that, and just like this show is so fucking good. I don't know why it's not getting good ratings. I think it's because it's too smart.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think there's that, and then I think the
Maybe it's
network.
too dank.
The network has something to do with it. Just I know AMC had The Walking Dead, and nobody watched AMC besides
Yeah.
Breaking Bad and whatnot on AMC. Very few people watch anything on USA.
Yeah, but I mean the first like 2 seasons. The first season did have really good numbers, especially
Yeah,
in USA.
it did.
and
You're
they
right.
did really good advertisements. They had remember they integrated into fucking Alexa with Show Me the 5'9".
But
So-
was it, I feel like was it on this time of year?
No, it came out in the spring.
I feel like that was a
It
little
came
bit
out in
too.
spring.
To an adult, the time of year doesn't really matter.
It shouldn't.
Well, I mean, but
It's not a kid show, you know.
no, it isn't. But I think for adults right now, you got World Series football on.
Oh, I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah, you know.
But you
I'm
also,
just saying it's a busy time of year. NBA starting.
yeah.
You know, and not that everybody who watches sports is all automatically going to watch Mr. Robot. I get that, but it is a busy
I think it's
time
the
of year.
opposite actually.
But-
Yeah.
The kind of person that appreciates Mr. Robot probably is going to watch less sports.
Yeah.
Eh, you know,
Generally speaking.
Maybe.
generally, but I do both. But I will say,
What's the last episode you watched?
of Mr. Robot, the one last week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
So, also, how long was it before this season and the previous season? It's been a minute.
there was
There's
a year gap.
Considerable gap. Usually, like, they come back with... Because he was, at first, coming back year after year.
But you know what? He's a bigger star now, baby.
He is.
So yeah, they're not marketing this right. Something's fucked up.
Yeah, something's
Probably.
not right. I hope he gets an Emmy or he needs to get some kind of award for this shit.
Yeah,
He should.
It's
He
like-
should have been had... I mean, actually, I think he has been nominated in the first season, but not since. But, I mean, I haven't watched this season yet. I'm going to catch up in the next couple days, but... I'm pretty sure if it's just as good as y'all say, he should probably get an Emmy
I mean, shit,
nomination.
even Christian Slater does a really good job. It's like a supporting actor.
absolutely.
I think Beating Wong's an amazing actor.
Yeah.
He should definitely
yeah,
be nominated.
Yeah. Especially this last episode, like showing his motivations and shit like that.
It's funny. He's
good.
very active on Twitter as well. Yeah,
He's a very cool dude.
He'll respond if you say something crazy that he likes. He'll respond, or if you say something that he's in agreement with, he will like it.
How many dick pics have you sent up already, old ninja?
Yeah.
None yet, but I got them ready.
Oh,
Ashy
yeah.
or not ashy.
You know, you gotta have both.
God, fucking damn. I see some stuff. One of my favorite cartoons of all time on Cartoon Network was Adventure Time. I hear we're getting some more of that, right? From HBO?
on
Yeah, HBO
HBO
Max.
Max.
So HBO Max is also getting Sesame Street. How does that?
Oh,
fucking
I'm
work?
confused about HBO Max. I heard a rumor that you have to pay for it extra or some shit like that.
Wait, it's not. Is
it part of
HBO Max is
HBO?
different from HBO Go? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, but I mean,
I
you
have no
you-
idea.
do you have to pay extra for it? I need to look it up.
Extra,
I gotta
extra?
figure out. Yeah, basically, because it's already paid for fucking service.
Yeah, I thought it'd be included with all things, everything.
For
Go and
HBO
everything.
Go, I've used with
Well, because there's Go and there's Now.
Yeah.
You know, now they got Max.
yeah. What you doing, HBO? That's a good question. And Sesame Street has been on HBO for a minute now. I will say.
Has it?
Yeah.
Because I thought this was a PBS show.
I'll put it in
It
hold on.
is. It is, but it's been on HBO for a long time. You don't have fucking kids. That's what it is.
No, I fucking don't.
Yeah.
So HBO Max is the upcoming video on demand. It's not even out.
That shit's already on demand. That's what's confusing.
That's
They
weird.
already have Go and Now.
Yeah.
So it's like, why you come out with a new service called Max? It's just like, the fuck. Go and Now are basically the same thing. One is
Yeah.
for the separate, just the if you want to pay for HBO separate,
Okay.
and then I think that's Now.
Yeah.
And HBO Go is if you already have like a cable type service. then
Free
you
up-
s- then
free
you-
app.
Yeah, then you can sign into you can sign in and use those credentials
Mhm.
to watch all their shows.
but then,
it's a streaming service though. So it's
but do
kinda
they
weird.
have extra shit on Max? That's what I'm confused about.
Yeah, I'm like, why would you?
Who knows? He's
idea.
reading for those.
I didn't know this is upcoming. This won't release until April of, or it says spring
It's
of 2020.
It's Time Warner stuff, so it's a considerable amount of shit.
Time Warner.
Oh, they got 10,000 hours of content at launch,
Damn. At launch,
and
that's
they're getting Friends. That's gonna bring a lot of people.
Friends is big shit, man.
Yeah.
You folks be watching them Friends episodes, reruns
sure
on
do.
loop.
White folks love their fringe.
I think they're getting the CW shit too.
Oh shit!
You know, I fuck with Arrow and I fuck with Flash.
That's a lot of stuff. Oh,
That's a lot of content.
Now we're impressed. We done flipped.
Yeah, I'm like, holy
Well,
shit.
but you have to pay for it though. I don't.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Because you're already paying for HBO.
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the thing. I'm not paying for HBO and then HBO Max. You can eat a dick with that shit.
Mm-hmm. Salty one.
How much will it cost? There we go. Okay, Warner Brothers upcoming. HBO Max.
words.
So expecting somewhere between $16 and $17 a month. But is that extra?
That sounds like
Sound
extra,
like
extra.
Yeah.
They double dipping up in there.
They triple dipping. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
It's triple
Premium
dipping.
HBO costs about
And this is
$15.
roughly around the time that fucking Westworld is gonna drop, because that's like I think spring of 2020.
God damn.
I don't understand this. Okay, so it says given that HBO costs about $15 on its own now through cable providers or HBO's own streaming package, HBO Now at $17 can make a great value to existing HBO subscribers. I don't understand what you're saying. Like drop HBO from the package and then get HBO Now for $2 extra?
Or will HBO Max encompass everything HBO Now?
Yeah, I don't
They doing
know.
funny money shit over there.
Yeah, this sounds like extra.
Complicated orders, man. No pickles, no sauce.
And there's
Yeah.
some
Top bun on the side.
oh,
Lettuce and tomato can't touch.
so you might get DC Universe stuff on there too.
Oh shit.
Okay, now
So
I will.
Doom Patrol will be on there.
I've heard
Oh,
excellent things about Doom Patrol, and I've
I've
heard
too.
better things about Titan Season 2
so
and Swamp Thing.
So Swamp Thing was fucking amazing, and I didn't get a chance to finish it, even though it's all out now. Season 2 of Titans. I saw the first 2 episodes. It looks like they tried to clean up some of their fucking bullshit, but they were kind of still on that bullshit. So it's like half and half. Like we get the Titans Tower in San Francisco, even though it's not a big T, but like they introduce Connor Kent, which I haven't seen him yet. He's in the 3rd episode. They finish off the story from season 1 in the very first episode, and then it kind of like soft reboots, I guess, kind of. They introduce you to Bruce Wayne because Dick Grayson sits down with Bruce. They have like a little heart-to-heart. He tries to help him because he's not Nightwing yet, so he tries to.
He should be Robin with the Teen Titans.
So there's 2 Robins though. There's Dick Grayson, who is reluctant to be Robin, but they still call him Robin. And then there's Jason Todd Robin, who's the
shit.
actual current Robin. I fucking can't stand that kid.
You're not supposed to be able to stand Jason
He's
Todd.
a fucking. To me, he feels like he's more appropriate as Damian Wayne.
Ooh.
He has Damian Wayne's attitude. He's a little punk kid. He feels like he's entitled. Feels like he should be able to do whatever the fuck he wants. And I'm like, dude, this feels like Damian Wayne, not Jason Todd.
Gotcha.
But still, we have Wonder Girl on there. She's kind of cool. I can't tell if her and Dick fucked, even though they said they're friends.
Dicks
I'm
do
not-
like fucking. I'm just
Yeah, I can't be sure. It's hard to tell. Maybe she's gay. I'm not fucking sure. I'm still a little fucking off with fucking Starfire and her real weird, like, I don't know. She has firepower. Like, she can throw out flame and shit, but she doesn't have energy fucking psionic
Okay.
weapon. She don't fly.
Starfire is supposed to be almost like, to put it in some X-Men terms, almost Omega level. I mean, she's fucking powerful.
Yeah, but in this show, she sounds like Dempster Fire.
Yeah.
So, in this show, her mind is in the season 1. She has something happens. Her mind's wiped, so she doesn't know her full potential. Season 2, I'm not done. I don't know if I'm gonna continue. I might, but she's still like. I feel like she knows her full potential, but just doesn't want to use it. I don't know. It's just still. I think the 3rd episode might clarify more things and determine if I'm gonna keep watching.
You and Blue have been so fucking wishy-washy on this Titans. Like, it's a love-hate fucking abusive relationship that you have with this series.
It is. I beat myself up with this fucking shit. I keep watching because I like what I really fucking like is what the fuck fucking
Anime titties?
that, but no, the fucking animated version pretty much of the show.
Oh, you like the original Teen
So
Titans.
nothing like the TV show.
No, it's not.
All right.
No. What the fuck? What's the compliment? The Outsiders fucking
Oh, Justice
Young
League?
Justice.
Young Justice, yeah.
Young Justice is far superior story wise compared to DC's Titans.
And that's on DC streaming too, right?
Yes. And season 3 has 23 fucking episodes.
Yeah, I mean,
And it's fucking excellent.
I need to borrow some credentials. I need to catch up on some
Excellent.
shit. You know?
It is it's a well done in half an hour. Storyline's far superior than DC's live action Titans so far.
Okay, good shit. And I heard good things about Swamp Thing too. So
Swamp Thing
we'll
was
fucking
good.
See.
Swamp Thing is like legit horror. Like imagine The Thing but green. It's what fucking happens. It's fucking good.
Good shit. I'm still not caught up on My Hero at all. Is it still solid for this new season?
Yeah, the first one was okay. It was just kind of like, it wasn't filler, but it was pretty close.
Gotcha.
Second one is when we started getting the second episode was like started off pretty fucked up. It's like where you get to see like kind of what seems like the two main villain factions going after it. And it was just like people die and shit.
So they're progressing the story or starting to progress the story.
yeah,
a little bit
yeah.
more.
Like
Okay.
right away, it kind of started. Like at the beginning of the second episode, it was just like you just gonna start fucking people up in the first 5 minutes. All right.
I love it.
So yeah, it's progressing. So we'll see where it goes. Still good. You know, I'm still watching Dr. Stone.
I love that one.
Still a great one. What is the other one that's out there?
Fire Force is solid.
Fire Force is really good. You know, they took like a week off,
Mm-hmm.
and now it seems. I mean, it's a solid show. Like, listen, if you liked, Soul Eater, you're gonna love this show.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Yeah, and I love the girl who can't keep her fucking clothes on and
Yeah, the cat
keeps
girl.
sitting on people.
Oh no, that's not the cat girl. That's somebody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's funny. She's got the lewd something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's just awesome. You know,
But
you
now,
need
like-
that fucking fan service.
Yeah.
You need it.
But then the kid, the main kid with the fucking fire feet.
Demon feet.
Yeah, that dude is fucking. He's almost OP sometimes.
Yeah.
Like he gets down, fucking up with breakdancing and shit.
I love that
I was
shit.
just like, dude.
The breakdance is cool. The fights are all cool because you don't see like as often in anime this many fights with fire.
No.
You know what I mean? It's
no.
every fucking week there's good fire fights.
It's basically like watching like Avatar with just the Fire Nation.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like seriously.
I'm fucking down.
Yeah, and then what's the other? Oh, I guess Sword Art Online just came back last week.
How's that one?
It's good. I mean, you know, they're back in like a different VR world where Kirito kind of got his brain fucked up. So
Okay. Oh, Kirito's back. God damn it.
yeah. He got because he almost died in last season, like in the very beginning.
Okay.
So for him to like heal his brain, they stuck him in like this other like VR thing, like kind of like on like a floating fortress.
Nice.
And so they're trying to heal his brain remotely, and then like some shit happens in the middle of him like beating like this boss, and then like he basically he's like a vegetable now.
Did he grow up more though? Is he like more like
Yeah, a little bit, but he's in the VR world mostly. Like
Okay.
his real life body is fucked up.
okay?
Cause like somebody like this is from last season, but they one of the guys from Gun Gale, the Death Gun guy. So they had this guy from Gun Gale who would enter a tournament and he would pull out like a Beretta 9mm.
Yeah.
And then he would shoot somebody and they would die in real life.
Oh yeah, I did see that one.
And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the way they were doing is that another person would be in the same room with the other guy, and when he shot them, like he would watch the feed. When he shot them, he would inject them with like the shit that would give you a heart attack.
Yeah.
And so in the beginning of last season of Sword Art Online, one of the Death Gun guys, I think it was actually the Death Gun guy. He was the guy that was actually helping Death Gun to like kill the guys. He found Kirito and he fucking shot him up full of that shit and gave him a heart attack, and he died for like 5. He was dead for 5 minutes. So his brain's all fucked up. So yeah, I mean it's a good series. It's fucked up.
I heard you finally watched some of my Carolyn Tuesday, right?
Yeah. Did I talk
Alright.
about it on the podcast yet?
No.
Yeah, so I mean, Shinichiro Watanabe, this is a really good show. I mean, I love all of his shows thus far. I've been a huge fan of his since Cowboy Bebop is probably the first one that I started watching.
20 years ago.
Yeah, long fucking time ago. But this one is like, I mean, like you said, you already gave like a small, review of this, but I love it. It's about like these two girls that are singer-songwriters. One plays the piano, one plays the guitar. And it's interesting because it goes from like Japanese and them talking in Japanese, and when they start singing, like they're like legit singers but in English.
Mm-hmm.
So they sing like these English songs, and then like each one of the episodes are famous pop songs in America.
Yeah.
And like when they switch from like the first to the second half of the show, there's actually a 45 record of the song and the artist on there. I thought that was a really cool like homage to like.
You could tell he
American
loves
culture.
music. He loves
Yeah,
American
yeah.
music.
Yeah, and it's like it's really good. It's him like kind of like at his best, but there's like no real action. But
No.
then again, like one of the action that are in Shinichiro Watanabe shows are kind of just like the fucking cherry on top.
Exactly.
Like what you're coming for is like his like really involved story, some of the humor and the drama, and the action just happens to be in there to be like, oh damn, this is nice too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but in this one there's like relatively no action, and it's all just about like these girls trying to make music in a world where there's very little jobs.
Yep. They're on Mars.
Yeah, there's 95% of the music that's created is created through AI.
Yep.
The little girl who plays the guitar, she's rich. The little girl that plays the piano, she's poor,
Mhm.
and the rich girl, she like runs away. You know, so it's like it's a really interesting story. It's like I really like the show. It's on Netflix. Definitely check it out. Carol and Tuesday. If you don't like singing and shit, I guess don't watch it. You got no fucking soul. But like, if the first episode doesn't like capture a part of your heart, then
Yeah.
you might not have one.
Yeah, exactly.
so-
I watch it with, like I said, I watch it with my kids. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
not a ninja one or you know,
No,
giant
no.
mech or whatever or anime titty one, but it's
funny,
fun.
man. It's a funny anime though, because like in the beginning when she has like her suitcase, when she's trying to just like move her suitcase around,
Mhm.
she's trying to push it, then she uses like the VR or like the no. First she's like walking with it, and she's trying to go uphill. She's like, oh, the hill's too steep. So then she gets on top of the bag, and the bag's like driving her. And then it runs out of batteries.
Yep.
And then when she gets to where she's gonna go, like somebody steals her bag, like in the first like 5 minutes.
Are you on the talent or are you deep into the show enough to be at the talent show?
Not the talent show yet, but I think it's like the next episode.
Okay.
Like they're doing like their first. They just did their first concert like in like the little bar.
Yeah. Okay.
And I'm on the next episode after that. I'm trying to do like something else on this one. I forget.
Good shit, man.
But like the fucking shitty music video. With, like, the
Yeah,
scammer
yeah.
robot.
Oh, I love that.
That shit was so hilarious.
It's heartwarming and
Yeah.
funny, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is one of those. Now what's weird is it's listed as TV mature on Netflix, but there's nothing in it that seems
Yeah.
mature. Like I said, I'll let my 5-year-old watch it.
Yeah, like the girl's like 16. I think,
Yeah.
in it, so it's not mature at all.
No anime titties
There's
quite yet.
there's not even language.
No, that's what I'm saying. So I don't know. I don't get that. Maybe there's a scene coming up later, a horrible Griffith style eclipse rape scene. Anyway,
That Gus guy turns into a demon or some shit.
yeah, who knows, man? Get them guts. Man, I feel like we've covered anime and gaming quite fucking well. Were there any other gaming news that we missed?
We might have. I mean, we didn't talk about Death Stranding, which is coming up.
Well,
There's nothing really to say about it other than
It's
nobody
weird.
knows what it is.
it looks
Yeah.
weird. We're gonna buy it.
Oh, well,
so.
apparently there's a full-on review already.
Shut the fuck up. Really? What's the review say?
It's gonna come
I
out
didn't
like
read
next
it.
year. I thought.
No, it's November.
November?
Yeah,
but
that's in a couple weeks.
I don't know how's the review already. There should be a fucking
Embargo.
embargo on it.
I guess the embargo is partially lifted, so they were able to talk about it or
You
something.
sound like you full of shit, dude.
Well,
not-
it's on IGN. Look up IGN. Look at Death Stranding. Look at review.
It's not a review though. It's like a. It's not a review.
I think it's non-spoilery. Some
Then
shit.
that's not a review.
You full of shit.
It's not a review.
Okay.
It's not a review.
It's too early. That's how I know.
So first of all, no reviews have spoilers in it.
Yeah.
That's just like a general thing. You're not gonna spoil shit in a review.
Yeah.
They've talked about it extensively, but they haven't like given any kind of number. They might give their initial thoughts, but they definitely won't do like a review.
And they probably haven't
This
even.
early.
Some of them, if depending on when it was dropped, maybe have played an earlier version before it was actually ready.
Maybe.
We will see. It's dropping in November.
Oh, and
few
I'll look it
weeks.
up right now.
Y'all know there's another Need for Speed coming?
Yeah.
don't
Is
think-
that franchise dead or nah?
It feels like that's dead as fuck.
I feel like Gran Turismo died.
That's true. Forza was the only one that really has some buds.
Forza comes out like every year.
Yeah, none of this is reviews, man. This is all just like cutscenes and like their thoughts about what they've seen.
I really like this cutscene.
gameplay.
No, well, that's YouTube stuff. I'm looking at a written review.
I think
here.
Pixar it didn't happen because it sounded like you full of shit.
They have the reviews on YouTube.
He's on IGN.
Yeah, so am I.
The actual site. All right.
Yeah, I'm on the actual site because it looks like they have this weird timestamp. What the fuck is this? This isn't one of them.
Man, you doing Google searching and shit. All right.
Sure.
What you got populating this week, goddamn? Or do we have any B's and B's?
I don't
No.
think so.
All right. What you got populating this week, goddamn?
So I guess this.
It says the Death Stranding review embargo list November 1st. It's the first thing that comes up when you search for Death Stranding on IGN.
Didn't I
Oh,
say-
Ninja, stop it.
Didn't I say Old Ninja was full of shit on this one? I know I said Old Ninja was full of shit.
A lot of set review. I didn't know the embargo was like until the 1st, which is coming pretty close. Anyway,
What you got popping?
I guess Modern Warfare. Probably gonna get it maybe tomorrow at 9.
It actually comes out at 6.
Why would it be 6?
That's what GameStop told me today.
Are you sure it's not you purchased before they usually?
It's on my receipt.
Yeah.
You say
'cause-
come at 6 and get it.
So come at 6 to get your group number.
Game.
So last time I tried that, they were like, "Oh, you get your group number, come back at 9."
They're going to give me my game or I'm going to go to jail.
It's
Give my
ma'am.
game, I'm gonna take my game.
Yeah, you're gonna be up in there like it's ma'am.
Flipping over shit.
It's gonna be all bad.
Oh.
I've been playing some Battlefront 2 actually, getting in that Star Wars hype train because they added a new fucking mode, this weird like co-op mode. It's basically like Star Wars Horde, which has been actually pretty fucking dope. It's four players versus like an army. If you ever played, what's
You know
that?
you didn't find no 4 players. Fuck you.
Oh, it's fucking match. See, now you on that bullshit. You sound like you on fucking Facebook
He found
again.
Phil Spencer. He
Oh,
found-
shit. God dang. But
That's the guy, right? That's the
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, nah. So like,
Master Chief joined him like, fuck this. I'm going to PlayStation.
yeah, no. So it's cool because it's basically like Bad Company 2's version of Onslaught. It's
Miss
the
Bad
same.
Company.
Yeah, it's like the same fucking shit.
That was fun because that one had destructible environments.
Hell
right?
yeah. That was the first like shooter one that I'd played that had the destructible environments that
Oh,
much.
no.
Yeah, 'cause you
Red,
could-
Red Planet.
Oh,
Remember that shit? You can destruct everything in the motherfucker, man.
Is Red Planet the one that had the Terran gun where you could change the environment
Yeah,
and shit?
yeah. You can
okay.
literally take down fucking high-rise buildings, bro.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm doing that. Like you were saying, Oathbreaker, I need to do another playthrough of Resident Evil.
Yeah,
I need
because you
to-
need to do Leon.
I need to play Leon's fucking story. I know people. I'm gonna try to get it to where you can get the the rocket launcher.
yeah,
So if you can beat it, I think in 3 hours or less.
that's hard.
Yeah, I mean, if you do your setup right, you might be able to. But I want to be able to do that, or at least get unlimited ammo. I think if you could beat it in 3 hours and 30 minutes, you get unlimited ammo, some shit like that. So I need to do that. I'm gonna try my best to try to be here to work on the Infinity Base, and I actually have a recommendation. So there's a show on Netflix called Rhythm and Flow. It is a hip hop competition show.
Okay.
It's
Live action.
yeah, they just aired the finale
I
yesterday.
think it said live action. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
It could have been some animated shit, you know?
Uh,
Who knows?
yeah, no.
I don't think rapping is like a live action, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Cannon Busters, just saying. But yeah, so the main judges are Cardi B, T.I.,
shit.
and
You're going to turn people off.
Instantly uninterested.
and then Chance the Rapper. But it's actually a pretty good show. I just finished it yesterday.
Thought I heard her say, what she say today? Something about she gave women rappers a chance.
Oh, shit. Really?
Get the fuck out of here. You know, like, seriously, can you pay respect to people that came before you, female rappers? You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna talk about Queen Latifah, MC Light, fucking Salt and Pepper. There's all kinds of people that came before you
Apparently
that
not.
fucking paved the path for you. You know what I mean? What the fuck?
So
That's awesome.
I know someone that's a huge Cardi B fan, and I'm like, there's female rappers before her, and like, yeah, but they're not as good as her. I'm all, you never heard of
Whoa,
Eve?
are you serious?
Yeah, and I'm like, you never heard of Eve? And she's like, who's Eve?
Missy Elliott? I mean, damn.
They no idea who they are. They didn't know who the Queen Latifah. They didn't know she even rapped. Never heard of MC Light. Never even heard. Very few, even less people heard of Shantae, who was Roxanne with the UTFO.
Oh, yeah, Roxanne.
Yeah, they don't know any of that shit.
You gotta blame it. Part of the blame is on like kind of our generation, sort of our generation. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? When we grew up, we knew all about our parents' music when we were growing up.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, my daughter knows about the music I grew up with. She listens to mostly metal and shit like that. But for these kids and like people that grow up today, they don't remember the previous generation's music. It's like, what the fuck? That is so
Nope.
odd to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That is so odd to me.
yeah, because Post Malone put on Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, there's no concept of the past.
But yeah, that's pretty much what's going down. It's going to be some major gaming this weekend.
Good shit. Game of the week.
Speaking of that, did you hear Lizzo got in trouble for her fucking thing?
What'd she do?
What,
What is
what,
yeah, yeah,
remember,
yeah.
remember CC or CC?
Oh,
what's her name?
Cece Pennison?
Yeah, she had that song Finally, right?
Yeah, Finally.
It's the same like kind of
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
the-
like
the-
Crystal
the
Waters
skinny bop bop.
Yeah,
kinda part
so
of
I
it.
guess she's suing Lizzo for that shit. For just that one phrase, I was like, damn.
That means she don't like that bitch.
That's well, she said she liked her, but that's what you say when you don't like somebody. You're trying to get the money. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna sue you, but I love you, girl.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, this wasn't like Ice Ice Baby. Where
Yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
She said like a phrase, I guess, and I'm just like, can you really coin a phrase?
Yeah, that's
maybe.
petty.
I mean, it wasn't like Drake pulling whole bars.
He did.
You know what I mean? He pulled entire bars from people.
From Rappin' Forte and a whole
Yeah.
bunch of people.
Yeah, and didn't pay him at first.
No, he might not have paid him at all.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Oh,
That's fucked up.
single phrase though. But I'm like, it is pretty similar, but I don't think it's gonna hold up in court.
I hope not.
Yeah.
You know, these lawyers get involved. You never know.
Yeah.
Trying to settle. What you got populating this week?
Work on the shed this weekend. I think that's probably all I got. I think.
All right, let's carve out some gaming time afterwards.
Yeah.
For me, I am definitely gonna. I need to do some leveling up on not only
Borderlands, goddammit.
Borderlands, and then dipping my toe in some of that Modern Warfare funky sauce for certain. I want to catch up on some goddamn Big Mouth too. It's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute. So I think I'm still on season goddamn 2. So, and then shout out to Jonathan fucking Hickman. I know we haven't mentioned him in a while on here. I haven't finished everything on House of X and Powers of X, but I'm closing in on the end. I'm a couple weeks behind, but holy shit, man. This is like one of my top 5 Marvel events. I love it.
He basically rebooted the entire X-Men universe.
Yep. And it did it well.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
even the hardcore X-Men fans are like, yeah, that makes sense.
Does.
They got their own language. They got their own nation, and it all fucking fits.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of like I can't open this one. It's a variant, but there's like a whole bunch of comics that are coming off of. Here we go. It's the non-variant.
Oh, I love that one. The cover looks dope.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Or this one? This
That
is the
one.
variant one, but this is like this is the
Yeah, the
original.
original.
But there's like a whole bunch of comics that are spawning off of this one.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just tell you the names. I know Marauders is one. I picked that up today.
I think X-Force is another.
Yeah. Let me just flip
And of course, it's being rebooted.
Yep.
Damn.
So we got Marauders, Excalibur, New Mutants, X-Force, Fallen Angels, and those are all the new. Those are all new series that are this whole new universe with Jonathan Hickman that he just basically created.
Here's what I'm going to say, too. The MCU better fucking pay attention.
Recreated. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Kevin
Feige.
Feige. He better. I mean, now you got the X-Men. Hickman has given you a great blueprint for introducing them into the MCU.
I mean,
Possibly.
he's given great blueprints on a lot of shit, like
Yeah.
Secret Wars, the modern Secret Wars.
Yeah.
That could be the next like phase.
Of course.
that will last for because getting Wakanda fighting fucking Atlantis and all that shit.
It also explains how Fantastic Four, where they were
Yeah.
during some of this time of the Iron Man, Tony Stark days.
Yep.
You could do it all. So
He could. I mean, so far, Feige's been doing pretty good.
Of course.
So-
don't get me wrong. I ain't shitting on him at all. I'm just saying
I mean,
there's
if you-
opportunities from the canon of the books.
Yeah, I won't be surprised if we'll see that real like in the next 4 or 5 years.
There you go.
I mean, there's rumors that Black Panther 2 will introduce Namor,
We'll see.
but I mean, a lot of people are hoping, but we'll see.
Take us on out.
You just experienced Black and Black Times Infinity. We are at BTI on most social media. That's BTHANBTI. Check us out on YouTube with Black and Black Times Infinity. We were live at 8:30 Wednesday night, every Wednesday night. We are now on Spotify, Player FM, Stitcher, Apple Podcast, Radio Republic. That was one I'm missing. And then we're on Twitch as well, Instagram, Facebook with Black and Black Times Infinity. Check out our official website, binheadproductions.com/BTI, and then check us out on Amazon. We have an app on there and let you know when we go live.
Anime Girl says, why do I have to be fucked in the ass by an octopus? And my response is, because it's hentai and it's art.
That is not your response. Don't lie. Get zucked.
Zucked himself this week. He's in front of Congress right now talking about I'm trying to get this cryptocurrency going, y'all. Give me some more of that money, y'all. And I got your data, y'all.
Extra.